We are live now on the Cheesecake Challenge here on Slick Jimmy Speaks. We got a fine lineup tonight, celebrating three awesome characters in the indie sphere, young ladies that have been created by, well, myself, Manny Corriea, and Larry Higgins. Those would be Sugar Lightspeed, which is my creation, Skunk GIrl, which is Manny Corriea's creation, and Nyobi, which is Larry Higgins' creation. Um, so we have a great panel here. Let's go through who we got. Larry hasn't shown up yet because he's a slacky, tardy sort of guy. But we'll start with Cross Comics. Rick from Cross Comics. He's new to the Cheesecake Challenge. He this kind of content might be a little bit spicy for him, but we'll see. Tell us what you do there, bud.
Well, I run my own channel, Cross Comics. I do drawing every day, Monday through Friday, and a whole bunch of different stuff. I go from indie, DC, Marvel, manga, so I'm all over the place.
Nice. Awesome. All right. Next we have Manny from Good Dog Press. Tonight he is the one who gets to kind of choose, and he's going to do a Nyobi. So, is there a dog barking? Probably the dog next door, stupid dog. All right, and you want to tell us what's going on? What's the great news we have right now?
The great news is I have my Unbreathable Skunk GIrl is on Indiegogo right now. We got fully funded in 30 minutes. That was incredible. It was amazing. Thank you guys so much. I mean, everybody came over there, gave us support, and all the people out there. Thank you out there. Tonight we're drawing Nyobi. Little Girl Lethal and Skunk GIrl. Tomorrow night we'll be doing Skunk GIrl on the Drawn and Quartered fan edition. I mean, she's all over the place, and I just came off with Larry on his channel. He just launched Nyobi tonight, so it's been a busy week. It's been a great week. I just love this. This is fun.
Fantastic. It was exciting the other night when we watched in under half an hour. You got fully funded to your $1,000 mark, and now everything's gravy. Yep. We can start hitting stretch goals here soon, and I think you're getting close to almost $3,000 with about $200 or so off. That's great, fantastic. And that damn dog, I think we'll have to go stupid dog. and it is not.
And Slick Jimmy pushed me over the top. He was the one that got it fully funded.
Well, I'm glad to help. I've been excited for this project for quite a while, so. That's pretty cool, man. I'm glad that I could do that. Humble Marty is the next. She's our shot of estrogen here on the panel. Glad to have her here. Tell us what's going on with you and who you are a little bit.
Okay, I got Corkhorn, the first page of a little comic on Tapas. I ran a webcomic called Hello Prince Awkward, updates irregularly. But I mostly do drawings and post them on the internet.
Excellent. We have a lot of fun with her stuff. She's very cartoony, very vibrant colors. You'll enjoy what she comes up with, and she usually has quite an imaginative mind about her compositions. Next, we have Lou. Lou is a man of few words, but immense talent for doing manga style art. He's one of those guys I have commissioned to do art for myself, and I highly recommend him for anybody who wants to go out and commission him to do things. Would you like to say something, Lou, or are you gonna keep it down to down low?
Hi.
That is Lou. And a man of few words, but the words that are there are full of gravitas. Next, we have Larry Higgins from Rebel Comics and Nyobi fame. Tell us what's going on, man.
Well, dude, I made it. I'm a couple of minutes late. Apologize. I was doing a live stream, the launch party for the Nyobi #1 reprint. And it was a fun time. And right now we're 4 backers at $124 Canadian, which is about 86 cents US and about 5 ringgits.
Fantastic. That's the reason we have you on here is we want to promote your book. We want to pimp the thing as hard as we can, as well as with Manny's Skunk GIrl. We want to get you to your goal, and so we can have more great indie comics on the market. And for those who who want to get on the ground floor. Next, we have Josh Spencer from Spencer Tunes. He's from Down Under, from
Yeah.
Australia. Tell us what's going on, man.
That's me. Yeah, so I did the Indiegogo exclusive cover for Larry's Nyobi book. That's
Yeah.
something that's going on.
That's right.
And what else did I do? I'm currently working on a comic called Megawatt and Vampires of the Sun. And that's going to be launching in next month, I think, or late this month, actually. Yeah.
Man. He's working with a guy named Matt Mers.
Crypto Comics.
Crypto Comics, man of fame and infamy, and we enjoy his company, even if others do not. Let's move on down the panel to Daniel from Tech Corner. Tell us what's going on, man.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I will actually be at San Diego Comic Con in the next week or two. It starts on the 17th. And
So you'll be at the big show, huh?
yeah, I'll be at the big show. I'll be there for preview night all the way to Sunday. We will be at booth E5, Barebone Studios.
All right.
So if you come by the table, it's $10 sketches, live sketches, hand drawn sketches. Because I'm seeing if we're gonna have physical copies of my comic and see about art prints.
Cool.
But you could also find me at vegadesigns.squarespace.com and at the Tech Corner at YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram.
Fantastic, man. And last but not least, we have Kevin, the trusty sidekick.
Hello, hello. I am Kevin Wiggins, the trusty sidekick, a member of the Digital Bullpen, seen on Good Dog Press and E. Ortiz channels most nights during the week. And lately, I've just been doing a lot of commissions for Pope Fire. So,
I'm so sorry, Trusty.
hey, Manny, don't be sorry. It's because of Pope Fire that I was able to back Skunk GIrl at the tier I wanted.
Because of Pope Fire, he was able to move out of his mother's basement. It's great.
Me and my wife and 2 kids and 2 cats are finally out of
All right. We got Manny. He's got his assignment already, so we're going to have people pick a number. Rick, please pick a number between 1 and 10.
5.
5. That means you will have Nyobi too. All right. And then we have Humble. Pick a number between 1 and 10, but not 5.
7.
7. That's Nyobi as well. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
All right.
We have 3 Nyobis. I think we're going to stop doing. Lou, would you like to pick a number, please? Not 7 and 5.
I just want to draw Skunk GIrl. Can I just do that?
Okay, I'll let you draw Skunk GIrl. Go for it.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Get him up on the wall of fame, Manny.
I don't know if Larry is drawing or not, but if you want to draw, you can draw my girl. I don't mind.
He'll do stick figures with a circle boobs on.
Hey,
it.
Spencer, pick a number, or it looks like people are
Number 2.
number. You're drawing sugar,
Yay.
and Daniel.
And only sugar?
42. No, I'm kidding. 8.
Skunk GIrl,
Oh, hey.
and then Trusty. What's yours?
Sugar.
You're drawing. Okay. You're drawing sugar 'cause you're down to the last 2. Okay.
You've got 3 Nyobis already. I've drawn Skunk GIrl several times, so.
All right. So you got sugar.
I need to bring up reference for Skunk GIrl, actually.
Well, Manny, do you want to do that, or do you want to zip him one over?
If he's in the Cheesecake Challenge, if he's in there, I did put some reference in there.
Yeah, do you want to get in the Cheesecake Challenge and
I'm looking now. There it is.
Roll up, grab those. All right, let's get started, and we're off to the running. I'm going to go check the chat, see what's going on.
So I know you've given me sugar to draw, but what if I draw all 3 girls?
If you draw all 3 girls, you're probably going to win.
Yeah, man, you're gonna beat us all. That's being unfair to us, man.
If you have the balls, if you have the stones, the cojones to take on all 3, then
If I have the cojones. Okay.
Hey, somebody's stealing my idea.
We have 10 people
Mira,
watching.
cabrón.
I'm going to see how we go, hey?
Yeah, we have 10 people watching right now. 5 likes. What is that noise in the background? Is that you, Marty?
Cacophony.
Oh, sorry. My mic.
That's one hell of a mic.
Yeah, it seems like she's like at the Grand Central Station in there calling out, the trains. Let's see what we got going on. We got quite a few people here in the chat itself. We have the unbreathable Skunk GIrl. Aloha to
Hi, honey.
fine lady. Flit Amaranth, my trusty mod, who seems to come in and do just about everything I need him to do in the chat. He's very much welcome here. We have Osco through, I don't know, Osco Pier Tosspot. I'm just going to call you Tosspot.
Tosspot. It's called
He says
Tosspot.
nice DJ voice. Yeah, I've worked on it back in high school. Actually, we had our own radio station, so I got started then. But yeah. Let's see who else we have here.
Hey, Slick, did you tweet the link to this YouTube video?
Did I tweet?
No, you haven't tweeted it yet.
I haven't. Do you need me to do that?
Well, I'm going to do it if you don't.
Oh, that would be
I
fantastic.
shared it
All right.
out.
Points of Light Productions. Hail Cheesecake. Thank you. Hail Points of Light Productions in the most non Roman way possible. Okay. I hope you guys are getting on the top of the drawing. I'm so glad to have y'all come out tonight. It's a joy to promote Skunk GIrl and Nyobi. I wish for the great success for both titles, and I want to see you guys prosper. I've had some success. Moderately, and I'm appreciative of that, and I would wish you a similar sort of thing, because it feels good to know people like what you're putting out there, what you're making for them. Yeah. Everybody has been talking about Skunk GIrl for quite a while now. I mean, Nyobi's she's the old girl of the bunch. She's the one that's actually been put into pages before before mine or before Skunk GIrl, and so she's venerable in that way. But Skunk GIrl has been talked about quite a bit since the concept was floated on one of Manny's streams, and there's been a little bit of controversy back and forth with certain people, but I have always supported it. I thought it was a wonderful idea. I wondered about her power a little bit, because a beautiful woman who smells bad is not necessarily a great thing, but Manny assures me she is going to be fragrant.
She's going to smell pretty. Whatever you think is the best smell you ever smelled, that's what you're going to smell.
That's right. Her pheromone, her musks, her aroma is going to be intoxicating.
Her pheromones will make you moan.
That's right. It will enthrall you. It will enchant you, and it will make you her plaything. So yeah. Do you want to tell us about a little bit about her story, if you can do that while you're drawing?
Sure. I mean, this is the ugly duckling story gone bad. Pretty much, it's going to be a shy, meek young woman that's going to have an accident in her college years that will turn her into a cunning, bold temptress. So if you see her, run, because you won't get too far.
So
once
is
those pheromones,
or is she a hero?
she is a villain. This is a bad girl story. I'm
bad
tired of reading about superheroes. It's time to cheer for the bad girl. Yeah.
Well, okay, now we know she's that type of girl. She's a Cruella de Vil with a long tail.
Dude. She's a hot. She's not no Cruella. She is hot.
So she's like the Black Cat and Catwoman mixed together with a.
She's Black Cat, Catwoman, Poison Ivy, and Black Widow all put into one.
Oh boy! All right, let's with that let's shift over to Larry and let him tell us about Nyobi and what her world is like and what she's like and what's going on with that, so people know what they're putting their money down on.
Well, Nyobi was made when I was 16, playing Heroes Unlimited, classic, role-playing RPG. fast forward a few years, like 25 years or so, and we decided to make this into a comic book after I was getting wonderful art done from great talented artists, both local and professional, in artist alleys and conventions that I was visiting. Once I, kind of saw her through the eyes of professionals, it was go time for a comic book. And this, initially started the comic book. Plotting was 2013. Production was like 2014. And then early 2015, we were able to release it. And so it's basically like the 5-year, coming up to the 5-year anniversary of this thing. And everyone's been asking me, LP, how can I get Nyobi? Do you have a website? Do you have anything like that? And while I did have a website last year, hardly anyone used it, so I took it down. But now with the Indiegogo, this allows people who never got it the first time, or people who are just learning about it now and they want to check it out, the ability to go ahead and do that. And we're offering something special on Indiegogo, which is, you mentioned it at the top of the show, a beautiful cover by Mr. Josh Spencer, who is right here on this panel with us right now.
That's me.
That's you, sir.
Josh, it's him.
That's me.
And so the basic thing about Nyobi in a nutshell is she's a Japanese pop star. She's a J-pop idol, and she's a genome. And a genome stands for a genetic anomaly. So there are people born with anomalies in their genetic code that allows and grants them special powers and abilities. In the extreme cases, sometimes genomes are just born with a third eye or pink skin, you know what I mean? But some of them actually, develop powers that can turn them into heroes, villains, or what have you. Nyobi, of course, is a hero, and her power is teleportation. She's able to make portals of light and, travel through time and space to go from one location to another. But the problem is that she's learning that her powers are slowly causing her body havoc. And, the more she uses her powers, the more damage she's doing to herself physically. And, she's been warned that if she keeps it up, that one day this could kill her. Now she's juggling the career of being a pop idol while kind of moonlighting as a superhero and trying to balance her life and her health and all sorts of good things at once.
Cool, man. For those of you who haven't had a chance to look at Nyobi, I believe, is there a way to get her previous volumes or books?
Well, this is it. This is a reprint of issue number 1.
Oh, okay.
So this is the real deal. This is the first one that ever came out. So this is the way to jump on board. Check this out. And if you like it, look forward to newer Nyobi stories coming in the very near future. We have a new art team put together. I have Paul Green variant cover. I have a Steph Wilson variant cover coming. I'm pretty sure Josh will be doing something on that project. And then our interior artist, a new guy named Samir from Brazil, who's done several comics underneath his belt, is currently working on the new Nyobi. We're like 6 pages in, fully inked. The plan is to go full color if this particular campaign does well, right? Because we want to use any sort of extra profit from this campaign, put it towards the next campaign so we can make the the best book possible.
Cool. All right. That's let's go back and ask Manny. So who's the nemesis of Skunk GIrl? Does she have a nemesis? Is it like a heroic character?
Deodorant.
Nemesis. Her nemesis are the Super Justice Wardens, the SJWs.
Oh boy.
A bunch of high mucky muck superheroes that think that they know it all, and they will tell you that. So yes, she will go up against the SJWs, and there is all kinds of fun that goes with that. Her main nemesis in there, the leader of the SJWs, is called the Stuntman.
Mhm.
He is a fat man, daredevil. Whatever he doesn't have superpowers, but he's like the brains of the whole bunch. Yeah, the know-it-all pretty much. So he's the one that goes against her, and she fights him. So when you guys look at the page, the Skunk GIrl page, you'll notice the guy in the he's in the. You can go down and look at all the pages, and you'll see this guy with a lightning bolt on his chest. That's the Stuntman.
Oh, okay.
That's a character that I created when I was like 11 years old, and
So
I always loved it. And I figured, I might as well put him as my enemy, the villain. Even though he was my favorite hero I ever created, but now he's a villain.
Does the Stuntman on a regular basis fall prey to the charms of Skunk GIrl? I would think he would.
Well, that's going to be for issue 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go back to the chat here. Check on Flit Amaranth. Actually, his first tweet, he says, "Everybody get your blood sugar monitors and have plenty of water on hand because dehydration. There's going to be dehydration during this. I just screwed that up because you're going to get got by either diabetes or dehydration during the stream. Very funny. Also, there's a shout out to Rick, sexy Rick. He says,
Ooh.
sexy Rick.
That is Rick's nickname. He is Sexy Rick.
He
He is
did,
the Canadian wonder. He is the thunder from up there. You know, watch out for Sexy
Yeah.
Rick.
as well. He did drop the links to Humble Marty's Hello Prince Awkward. So everybody go check that out. He also dropped the links to Skunk GIrl and to a Nyobi. So it is if you guys want to go check it out in the chat. And then he does drop a link to my own comic book saying, "Don't forget, Little Girl Lethal is still in demand. Get this book while you still can." Indeed, my book is still in demand. We may talk about that a little bit later, but I want to go back to Larry. Tell us about kind of a little bit about the world of Nyobi and where she inhabits. What's her major motivation? Why does she do what she does? And in the heroics as opposed to her pop career.
All right. Well, she lives in a fictional city called Port Hope, which is almost like it's part of the U.S. technically, but it's almost like its own sort of place, maybe like Hawaii or Puerto Rico. You know, it's on a small little island out Manny's way. It's a city really based around like entertainment and things of that nature. Almost like, you would look at something maybe like a Dubai,
Mm-hmm.
And she's from Tokyo, Japan. She travels back and forth between both places. She works with the United Nations as what I call a sanctioned hero. So a sanctioned hero is someone that's actually sanctioned by the United Nations to act on their behalf and use their abilities, in accordance to their directives. And so she's more of a PR rep for them. But, there's only very few genomes in my world that can actually teleport. So that makes her, a very hot commodity in one sense. In another sense, a lot of caution is used with her because, hey, if you can teleport into the White House, that kind of makes you dangerous,
Mm-hmm.
So there's all that. So she works with the UN so they can keep tabs on her and kind of control her and things of that nature. And her world is basically, singing, dancing, performing, but at the same time doing work for the UN, using her powers for good. She looks hot. She's sexy as hell, sort of bad girl 90s image style, but she has a heart of gold, And there's going to be other heroes and villains I'm going to introduce into the world as this thing moves forward. I already did a spin-off comic called Avani Origin, so she's a villain of the book that people are interested in. So we went ahead and did a story on her. There's going to be a brand new character introduced in the new Nyobi book called Birthright. That's going to be pretty cool, and that might lead into other things. You never know in this crazy sort of comic book world. But I'm trying to rebuild world build, if you will, starting with one book and then adding people into that book. And if those people are cool and a hit, maybe those become separate projects down the road.
All right, that sounds great. You've pretty much had time to flesh out your world quite a bit, and so that's one of the fun things is world creating. Let's ask Manny a little bit about Skunk GIrl's powers and maybe her. Well, she's a gun-toting mama, so let's talk about those two things.
Well, her powers is pretty much her brain. I mean, she's like a tinker. She makes her own costume. She makes her tail, which has pheromone gas that will take over you. You'll be pretty much her slave, her victim. If that doesn't work, she has caustic pellet shooters in her wristbands. So those will kill you. You don't want to be hit by those pellets. And if everything else doesn't work for her, she'll just use her twin Desert Eagles. That's her last resort. She's an average fighter. She doesn't really like to fight, but she'll try. She'll try her best. She's not a Mary Sue. She can't do it all. She does what she does.
Is she a lover, not a fighter? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, she loves you as long as you can please her. I don't want to give away too much, but it's in the book.
So what is her world like? Like Larry was talking about Port Hope. Where is she from? Is she in our world, or is it a specialized alternate Earth?
Right now, I mean, I'm looking more as our world, more like a New York City kind of urban kind of place. You know, it's she's like she's seamy. You know, but you won't see any landmarks or anything. But it's just a big city. You know, I don't even think I even say what city. I mean, it's a story. You know, just a story to jump in, have fun, and just roll with it. You know, eventually, you know, maybe issue number 2 we can say where she's from. But for now, I just want people to just have fun. Don't have to be worrying about, oh, where is this? It could be anywhere. You know, it's just a city state.
Cool. That's awesome. I'd like to welcome a robot to the chat, Master Body. Glad to have you here. Fantastic.
Beep, boop.
What was that?
What?
Beep boop, beep boop, boop, beep boop. Yeah. Got to speak his language. It's important. And we won't kick Nasser here. We're all right with Nasser.
We want to hug Nessa.
We want to hug hugs. He needs snuggles right now. Everybody knows.
But we do want to make him eat vegetables.
Yes, he needs to eat.
He doesn't eat vegetables?
Whenever you're doing lunch streams, you know, I would always, you know, troll him saying, Nasser, eat a salad.
Nasser, eat vegetables.
What was that?
Someone's speed racing. Go
Sound
speed
like-
racer.
I thought it was your lead player again, Josh.
No, not me this time.
Thank you very much. Currently we have 13 watching, and then we have 6 likes. Thank you for the likes. If anybody wants to give another like, we would love a like. That would be great. Do that. Oh, 7 likes. Great. Super.
Yeah, big shout out to Nasser, man. I'm glad to see him in the chat.
How's it going there?
Since we're telling backstories and worlds and things, maybe I'll dip into my own world with my girl, Sugar Lightspeed, from the book Little Girl Lethal. She inhabits a city, or she is from a city called Lost Peaks. Lost Peaks in our world is like an alternate Earth, which a lot of things are very similar, but a lot of things are very different. This city would be in the same place that Yellowstone is, in a great valley of mountains that are ringed by mountains that are taller than the Himalayas. They're like 30,000 above type of peaks, and these are the titular peaks of Lost Peaks. It's a city of opulent excess, and has money to spare, to throw away, and it is ruled by a whole bunch of families that the sections of the city are called claims. And each one of those is kind of a little fiefdom for these great families that run the city of over 100 million people. Now, underneath the city is a place called the Deeps, and that's the slums of the city that nobody ever sees, because the top of the city is very much a show place. These houses will not allow for the grime and grit to be in the very visible areas. But the lower you go on the levels until you get to the surface, the more wild and crazy it gets down until you go underneath and get into the catacombs of the mines that fuel the city's wealth. And millions live down there in abject poverty and savagery. And this is the city that she comes from. So the veneer is very beautiful, glittering, but there's rotten corruption underneath. Her name, like I said, is Sugar Lightspeed, and she was born seemingly into slavery, and of the worst kind, if you know what I mean. And she was done very wrong by a ring of certain people, and at a certain point in her life, she was rescued by an elite assassin whose name is X, just an X. That's right. He has many aliases, but you never really find out his name. But he takes her in as his daughter, because he sees this broken young girl, and sees something in him that he can kind of recognize, and it kind of softens his heart, and he takes her in and teaches her his ways, what he does. And what he does is he kills. He's an elite killer, let's put it that way. And she excels in that. And eventually, as she comes of age, she remembers those that had done it wrong, and she goes on a a streak of vengeance. Now, if you like a vengeance tale, say like The Bride in Kill Bill, or any number of that, women, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, you're gonna really dig this idea. Of course, this book is not for children. I do have graphic nudity and lots of very graphic violence. So don't get this in the hands of kiddies, because that's not a good idea. However, as she goes on her merry way, making modern art out of people, she eventually starts to destabilize these families and their control over the city, and things are starting to reach a boiling point. Now, the thing is of the time, Lost Peaks is kind of like the Rome of the entire world. All roads lead to Lost Peaks. So as their foundations and pillars shake, so does the world of 5 great empires that are dominate the world. There are no small little countries. If they are, they're principalities under these empires, and these empires vie for power all over the globe. So as she's shaking Lost Peaks to its core by doing terrible massacres and finding the people she wants to find, she could be saving the world or destroying it. It depends on your perspective and how things shake out. And that's basically the story of her epic, her saga. And this is just the first part. If you go and get my book, you will get the first little prelude as to where she came from a little bit and kind of how she rolls. And you'll see some crazy stuff. And hopefully it'll entice you to back the further adventures as it goes forward. So there's my little pitch and story. So all right, let's check the chat. Nasser has said beep boop back then. He says he denounces Slick Jimmy. That's okay. I announce you. So
We expect nothing less.
Mhm.
right. That's how he does things. He's kind of a contrarian. We know Nasser. We've got 11 people watching now. Probably Nasser left, but we do have 8 people that liked. So what is the difference of the safe version of Sugar and the naughty version?
Nudity.
Yeah, one has nudity and one has
One has
Almost
black boxes
really-
all over.
One
Yeah.
one has nudity, one has almost nudity.
yeah, almost nudity. Has basically
Pasty.
string and pasties, I guess is the best way to put it. And you'll like it. If you like sexy, either are sexy. Just one is not gonna, yeah. Okay.
Alrighty then.
Let's go back.
Sexy. They're in the right place tonight.
Yes, let's go see what Rick is doing for his sexy business. Rick, lay it on us. What do we got here?
I've got Nyobi standing over a chair here. We got Skunk GIrl here.
Oh, we're doing all 3.
Yeah,
You got Sugar over to the side there. I take it. Over to the
yeah.
left.
And it's just putting her in there. I don't have as much reference for Sugar, but I'm doing my best.
There's a lot of reference out there. Just basically put her in a ridiculously brief schoolgirl outfit, and you're kind of got her. The skirt is generally red, so and it has plaid.
Well, I went over to your Indiegogo, and there's some good pictures there. So
There are some good pictures. I don't know if it shook your faith or not. I hope not.
no.
I think Jesus loves a beautiful body. I know he does, because he was running around with the women of the night quite a bit. So there you go. Moving on. We're going
Holy
over to
cow.
Manny. Manny's doing all 3 as well. Whoa! Look at the image on these artists tonight. Definitely.
Here we go.
Little hug and a snuggle going on there between the 3 characters. My character is not a villainess, but she is kind of an anti-hero. And then I believe that Nyobi is a straight-up hero, although she's employed by the UN, so that would probably make her kind of a villain as well. Moving on to Humble.
Sorry.
I can't see Humble yet. Oh, I see a green figure. Oh, she's doing 3 too. Oh my gosh! All it seems so far, all the artists are going balls out and balls deep into doing 3 characters. That's crazy.
Am I the only one not doing that?
I'm not doing that.
Let's see what Lou's just going one, but oh, what a one it is, and goodness gracious, Skunk GIrl has never looked so good so far. Wait a minute, I shouldn't say that because Manny's gonna get pissed.
It's fine, dude. I love all different versions of Skunk GIrl. You know, it's great to see all the different versions.
We're gonna run through just a picture of Nyobi. Pretty beautiful picture over there with Rebel Comics, Larry Higgins, and move on to Josh Spencer, who is working on all three again. All three. There is the face of, I believe, Skunk GIrl.
You'd be correct.
How it progresses, and finally to Tech Corner, who is doing his version of Skunk GIrl. Right? Yes,
Yeah.
Skunk GIrl.
Skunk GIrl.
Very cool. Right on. Fantastic. And finally, last but not least, Trusty. And he's doing my girl, Sugar Lightspeed, which I'm pretty pleased with. I always like to see a new version of my girl.
My girl.
And appreciate it. As I said tonight, we have I do appreciate it when people put color if they can. It's not like that important. But I would love to see color if you guys want to throw it in there. Always help.
How long do we have to?
You have till I think we got started about 15. We were talking a bit, so about 15 after 10. So there you go. 10 my time. So that would be 15 after 12 Eastern.
Okay.
How many hours is that from now?
Texas
How many
time,
hours?
man.
We're 8:30 right now.
You need to remember Texas time.
It says 8:36 currently. We probably an hour and a half ish. An hour and a half, hour 45 minutes, somewhere now. I think an hour and 40 minutes. Excuse me while I sneeze.
Excuse me while I think my sin.
I didn't want to sneeze in the mic. And mumble on my own stream and say things that people wouldn't even pay attention to. I know. Going back to the chat once again. Let's see what we got. Master says he didn't leave. LOL. And Master laughs. That's strange. And we have Flit Omelet. Make sure to lick that like button. He likes to lick it.
Yeah.
Oh, after that,
because what
like that smash button.
People do know what he's liking in that button too, by saying that. Anyway, still have 13 people watching. Anybody want to put a thing out on Twitter saying that we're on? That would be nice. Probably should have done it myself, but I'm lazy.
I did it before, but it was a while ago now.
It would be good. Larry, could you do that?
Yeah, I got it up on my book of face, and I've retweeted you.
My book of face.
Okay, I do have a cat coming up on me again. Get off me.
Oh no, the cat!
Attack of the kitty!
Get off me, cat!
Oh, Nasser said he shared that a few minutes ago. Thank you, Nasser. Appreciate it. Much obliged.
Boop, 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 beep, beep, boop, beep, beep, boop, beep, beep, boop, beep, beep, boop.
Again, I white box Trusty first. I guess because he's working on my girl, but I tend to do that. Apologies.
Boomer.
Favoritism.
It's a constant. Yeah, it is. I guess that's what happened. Get off me, cat! Damn it! Get off me! Fucking feline. Yeah. Let's go over and look over across. He's a little out of focus, but we can see what there's. It's starting to appear. He's got Nyobi on a chair. Is that Nyobi? Yeah.
Yeah. I figured that's
she's
what I
doing-
got, so I figured I'd start with her.
Nyobi's doing a cabaret on the chair because she's a singer. And it's gonna get sexy, real steamy, real in a minute. They'll put on this the smoke machines, and she'll back into the audience and make you want to come on stage with her as she rubs her body against you. So this is what Rick is doing. He's doing this, even though his Christian ethics are calling out to him, telling him not to do it. He's doing it. It's like he's almost he's compelled by the power of Nyobi.
Sexy.
That's right. The power of sexy Rick.
The power of love. This is a beautiful
Going,
thing.
Going over to Manny, we got a nice little triptych here face trio, making a triangle, and the boobs are appearing on my girl.
Boobs appearing.
Boobs are appearing.
I love the way you said that.
Like time-lapse photography on the Discovery Channel.
Not
now we see the boobs
pointed,
appearing.
not to get pointed, but the boobs are appearing. Yeah, I went there. I did. And then we get Humble. Humble's got plenty of colors going on, as usual. Hers are always fun, and then she got one character pretty much sketched out, and I'm working on another one. So we'll see how it goes here. Yeah. Apparently, we have a girl group forming with these three, and they'll go on tour with Nyobi, maybe in one of the future crossover issues. So, yeah. Going to Lou. Lou is keeping it secret what he's doing, but it's taking shape, and yeah, Skunk Girl's got a big gun, and she knows how to use it. Moving on to Spencer. There's Skunk Girl. Definitely, the ink is flowing, and she's taking shape. Fantastic. I see my girl down at her feet a little bit, in a very splayed position. I approve. And
Yeah.
Winner.
Yeah. My people. We're going on to Daniel from Tech Corner. He's also inking. We see a nice shiny lips there. Everybody likes shiny lips. And Skunk Girl she's does Skunk Girl rob things, or what's her motivation, Manny?
Oh yeah, she robs things. She loves money. She loves jewelry. She loves all the fine stuff.
So she's just trying to build herself like an empire of greed and graft. That's fine. Everybody loves a good godmother, or a bad godmother, as the case may be. Moving on to Trusty, he's working on a face here, doing a little bit of sketching. I assume that's somebody. That's my girl. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Is it that bad?
No, that bad. On the edges, and then I'm like your hand.
I've been drawing nothing but starfires for the last 2 weeks. I'm sorry.
Just don't make her take off with her hair.
She doesn't have red hair, remember that.
Oh, poor Trusty.
Poor Trusty. She's been Starfire all the time. I really think that I think Pope has an obsession. I really do.
Really?
She's
shoot, man.
She's just kind of focused a little too much. I think she's a single white femaling Starfire, even though single orange female. I don't know, whatever.
Single female lawyer.
That's right. I see the face taking place now. As he has discerned, Sugar likes to grin. She doesn't often scowl. She grins cheekily or viciously, depending on the moment. So she's kind of like Harley Quinn in that way. She has a permagrin on her face. It's a facade to hide the true madness which lies beneath. Yeah. And let's go back to the chat.
Big shout out to the Crypto Comics and Nasser Rabadi for their kind words. Thanks, guys.
Crypto Comics is in the chat, and it's nice to see him there. If Crypto would like a link, I would be willing to throw him one.
I would love to see Crypto on the show. Let's make it happen.
So give me a moment. Un momento, por favor. Talk amongst yourselves. I give you.
Let me talk about Nyobi #1 Indiegogo that I got on the screen.
How about that? You can talk about that. That would be great.
I got 5 backers right now at $157 Canadian. That's about $1.36 American and 8 ringgits. We're 7% funded of a $2,000 fixed goal. So it is a fixed goal, and it's only a 30-day campaign. It's not a 60-day campaign. I'm not going to let it drag out that long. And there won't be anything in demand. Like, you have 30 days. That is our window. We have Nyobi.
Nobody.
Nobody.
$4 American.
Nobody.
We have the Nyobi #1 IGG exclusive
Echo.
Spencer, and that is going to be like $7 American, 9 Canadian. Here, let me show you the cover on my screen. There is Josh's wonderful cover right there.
Nice.
Nice.
Definitely has merits.
Right?
Definitely.
And
That's
so
what the kids are calling them these days.
that's only available on Indiegogo. Now, if you are a collector like me, because I like, first prints and things of that nature, we do have the first printing in its original format available, limited numbers, but it's there. If you want a blank variant cover, like for me, Jim, I love getting art done on blank variants. You've seen my collection before.
Yeah,
so people, like that sort of thing. You want to bring a cover to a con, have an artist do something special for you. That's the way to do it. So you can get the IGG and blank covers. Now, people on the screen, they're going to see my prices in Canadian dollars. That's actually lower for Americans. Don't worry about that. Double Trouble, if you want both first and second print, that's available. Nyobi World Tour, let me tell you what this means. This is anyone who's outside of the US and Canada. So that's your tier. So if you're like Risey Lee down in Perth, Australia, that sort of thing, that's the one you're going to want to click on. If you want all 3 covers, that can be done as well. Plus, Jim, we have the Nyobi comic and the official Nyobi t-shirt from popartgear.com available, which I'm wearing actually right now. All 3 covers and the t-shirt. That can be done as well. That's our biggest tier. So this is pretty simple, Kickstarter. Here's a look at some of the interior artwork. It is black and white, but it's a beautifully illustrated black and white book. You do the next Nyobi, it's going to be in full color. So here's just a look at a few of these. This is a beautiful double splash page done by David Coates right there. Stretch goals, we got them. At $2,000, we will release the Nyobi Chibi Pin button. At $3,000, we will release the first Nyobi print we did way back in the day. This is the Nyobi Rockstar print by the original artist David Coates. And if we hit $5,000, well, then we'll announce something else. And that's a basic look at the Indiegogo. This is my first Indiegogo, Jim. I'm a little nervous.
Well,
Doing good, man.
I don't think you have to be. I think people are going to like this. Just keep it out there and keep it in eye. The art will sell itself. So there you
Keep
go.
pimping.
Let's go back to the chat real quick, see what's going on over there. Let's see. Flit Amrad says, Trusty has PTSD, post-traumatic starfire disorder.
We joke, but I am very thankful for Pope Fire.
always with the singers from Flit. Glad to have him there. It's wonderful to have a good mod who takes care of things and also is funny as shit. So Shinobi Raccoon is in the chat and he said he subbed. Thank you for the sub. I'm slowly creeping up towards 300 and we'll see how that goes. I'm not really pushing this channel way hard. I probably should do content every day, but I'm a lazy ass. Let's go down and see what Crypto Comics says. Crypto Comics did say Manny has dedicated himself for the better part of a year to crafting the unbreathable Skunk GIrl. Yes, Manny has done his groundwork and his legwork to get this character up and going, and I think it's shown by the response of getting fully funded in under half an hour. Crypto Comics also says Skunk GIrl variant features a literal ton of indie comics characters and fans on the cover. See if you can find Edwin. It's definitely a wraparound cover that he did. He has my character there. Somehow Skunk GIrl has at least tamed Sugar for a little bit, but she best watch her back.
It's just temporary.
And then how do I say this guy's name? Osco Pyre Tosspot.
Just call him Tosspot. We all do.
Okay.
Tosspot.
Yeah. Tosspot of affordable tiers, definitely. And Shinobi Raccoon says awesome. I'm not sure what he's saying awesome to, but everything on this channel is awesome currently. So
everything is awesome.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, thank you, Shinobi Raccoon. Yes, I agree. Let's go back and look at the panel. How are you? Let's start
I'm feeling great.
with Cross Comics. Cross Comics is being ambitious tonight. He is definitely going for it with 3 characters, 3 hot women. I know that this is usually not his specialty, hot women, but I really appreciate that he's come here to lay the sexy down on the Cheesecake
Yes.
Challenge here on Sugar.
Gotta support Skunk Girl, and of course, I've got to support my fellow Canadian, Nyobi, Larry.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Love to have the 2 snow monkeys here on the Cheesecake Challenge. It's wonderful. Moving on.
Support the Texan.
The Texan. We'll get to you. Man. Good dog press with Manny Corriea, Skunk GIrl fame. Is currently doing Skunk GIrl as well as Nyobi and Sugar. And now he has a pretty provocative position for Nyobi. I've noticed. Just make sure the bits are covered. That's all I'm saying.
Sorry, Larry.
Manny's gonna make.
Oh boy.
I think.
Sorry.
No, you.
Say.
I actually like. Man, it's great.
So yeah, it's moving like a house of fire. Moving over to Humble, more color as things are starting to come together as she gets the shapes put together, and I believe soon we will have a very fun composition from our young lady that comes on. As we say often, she is the shot of estrogen that keeps us from going to pieces. Moving on, looking at Lou, as we have noticed, he keeps it quiet, but he brings the hardcore stuff. And as you'll see, Skunk GIrl will be a badass here very soon from Lou's pencil tip. Moving to Spencer, Josh Spencer from Spencer Tunes, down under in Sydney, Australia. He likes to do the cheesecake all the time, 24/7. That's his bread and butter. And if you want a good commission when he's not working on comic books, you can come and get some sexy stuff from our boy Josh Spencer. And currently, he's working on my girl. I can tell by the pigtails, and she's looking off to the corner. She's
Nyobi and Sugar both have pigtails.
And he often does my Sugar with a little more buxom rack than I have her in the description, but that's fine. I will let him have his license on this night.
License to thrill.
License to thrill and to send shivers up your back.
That's right. I really like the bobs.
He likes the bobs. And,
Never gonna have enough bobs.
and then you can't get enough bobs. Pope was saying earlier there's too much bobs, and I said no, you can never have enough bobs. Daniel is working on Skunk GIrl. He's working on the hair right now, putting that in. Nice, and I like that. I like that very dynamic pose. She looks like she's leaping in the air and firing a gun or something.
No, she's holding a gun, but she's holding a zip line. I
She's
don't know
holding
if anybody can notice where it's from, but
I'm not sure, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, nice. And finally, Kevin, trusty sidekick to Manny Corriea. He's doing my Sugar as well, and looking very good, very good.
Diamonds off.
I might have to buy this piece off of him. Starting to really dig it. So yeah, we'll see where this goes from here. Wonderful work, and I'm not going to white box Kevin this time. So.
Now, I don't have any sexy Nyobi drawing I'm working on right now, Jim, but I do have sexy artwork.
Yeah, he does. I
Timmy.
have a few comics in my world, but I think I have nothing close to what Larry has in his world.
Oh, this isn't my world. This is just stuff from the collection. People are interested in the types of things I like, where my influences come from. This is a beautiful piece by Milo Manera featuring.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's that Milo
Gamora.
It's about a $50 book, but yeah. This one too. This one here is also by Milo Manera featuring Shayna.
Yeah, anything done by Milo is worthy of contemplating. So.
This book here, Jim, caused a whole freak ton of controversy.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
This one right here caused what would soon be called SJWs to lose their fucking mind.
Yeah, and this is kind of where I made the turn. When this came out, people were bashing it, and I was defending Milo Manera. And at this point,
Sounds like a winner.
2014, it was all about like censoring art. That's when that really started to happen. And so this is actually pretty collector's item because of all the controversy and limited print that it had.
Yeah. And it's sad because, the same pose had been done for years. And then all of a sudden, because it was a more prominent gluteus maximus, some people thought that's going to corrupt young minds and cause people to objectify women.
Have these people not heard of Rule 34?
Yeah, well, you'd think that they would, but certain people, this is nice. What are we looking at here? New Mutants?
This year's New Mutants #1, the miniseries. A beautiful cover by J. Scott Campbell, signed by Mr. Campbell as well.
Are they still attacking him?
Attacking J. Scott Campbell?
Yeah.
Well, they attacked him because he did a cover of Riri Williams, and it was showing like her midriff and stuff, and they said it was too sexy, and he had to redo it and put her in armor.
And then they went after him over like
I think it was a
tiger. They went after him with a Tiger Lily from Peter Pan.
Even though he did that art
that girl
years ago or something like that.
We'll leave off with this one until you come back to me. This here is Conan 24. This is the very first appearance of Red Sonja.
Yep, she was a little bit more covered up at that time, but then smarter minds took over and said, "Hey, she doesn't really need all that armor. She can do it all because she is a woman."
That's right.
That's right.
She can bring home the bacon and she can fry it up in pan, and then she can whack you in the head with that pan.
Shaken bacon.
She's Rapunzel.
Hey, did anybody see that? Somebody drew it. It's the Doom guy showing Rapunzel how to use one of his guns.
I did not see that, but it sounds interesting. I want to ask a question of Humble. Do you hear Larry when he speaks?
No.
Maybe you should drop in and drop out and drop back in again, and then you can hear when Larry speaks, because he does sometimes go on at length, and so therefore I think you're thinking we're not talking, but we are.
Yeah.
Rumble, not Rumble. Did I say Rumble? Humble Marty. Humble Marty is a wonderful girl, but her system, if she doesn't, if she's in here already and somebody comes in, she can't hear that person. So we got to make sure that she drops out and drops back in so she hears everybody on the panel.
Well, I can sympathize. The first drawing stream I went on, I was using my phone. I didn't have a camera at the time. It overheated midway through. I had to run downstairs, get a bag of frozen peas to put under the camera so I could keep going.
What the hell?
I know, right?
Talk about technical difficulties.
Hey.
Let's go to the chat one more time. And we have 10 likes, 12 people watching. We were up to 17 at one point. And I went on. Let's see what we got. Flit Amrat says, "Go, Rick, go." And then he says, "Oh my Lord, Manny."
Oh my Lord.
Oh my Lord, Manny. Oh. Shinobi Raccoon says, "Awesome that you have 300 followers." No, I'm working towards 300 followers. I do believe it would be awesome, but yeah, I'm working towards 300 followers. I think I'm 200 and something. I don't know. Grumble. I can't remember how many I have. 200 something. I'm not skyrocketing up and causing my algorithm to spike.
Now, Jim, you still got me white boxed.
Son of a biscuit.
You can walk
Son of a motherless goat.
And that's right.
Okay.
Dandruff, some of it's just cheese and rice.
I found that tweet. I'm gonna put it in the chat because I don't think I have a wrench. And I'll let one of you guys.
What are you talking about?
The tweet that I was talking about. From Disney's Tango is the Doom guy how to use a heavy assault rifle.
So what do you guys feel about Ariel being not a ginger in the live action version.
Horrible.
I hate
No,
ginger
what-
so
really?
much.
There's been so much ginger genocide.
Replacement. I mean, they're just out left and right.
Yeah.
Gingers. Like, okay, you guys eat ginger and ginger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the one thing. Like everybody talks about whitewashing and or this, that, the other thing. Well, this character was designed by a guy from Denmark. Now, Denmark, the people from Denmark aren't generally known to be the darkest of skinned people, and I would assume that Hans Christian Andersen was, making a European mermaid, but maybe not. Who knows? But that's usually my call on that. I just think it's political pandering again, and I'm just like, no, whatever.
Yeah, I don't like the idea. I don't mind the. I don't know who the actress is actually, but I've seen her. It's all right. Oh well.
Well, I mean,
By all right,
I don't think that she's unattractive at all. She is definitely an attractive young lady. I just
Yeah.
don't
So
think-
they just made her a brunette. Is that right?
no, she's actually like some mixed race. She looks mixed race. She looks African and something
Oh,
else.
of course they're doing that.
So, I mean, I'm just like, okay, whatever.
What was why did you do that? It was like oh god, like Annie from
Little Orphan Annie.
yeah, Little Orphan Annie.
Yeah, well, that one I can see you kind of playing with a little bit, but again, yeah, it's the like every time there's a redhead, it seems like they have like some sort of bias against redheads most of the time. I don't
Mhm.
understand that. They're
Like
gonna
next,
be,
they're gonna replace the girl from Brave with a
yeah,
mixed race.
I know, even though technically that's being read would actually be legitimate for over there, for
yeah.
that part of the world.
Replace the girl from Brave with an Aborigine or something like that. Just,
I'll never understand why directors feel the need to muck around so much with the source material, because you're immediately alienating the core fan base, who are the ones that are going to come see your movie multiple times. I mean,
Not the
it's
directors.
why Aragon failed so badly. The Percy Jackson movies were not that good.
I reckon it's like the producers and the studio. That's all there.
Yeah, sometimes it's yeah, because like I said before, a lot of times it's the marketing that's telling big wigs, hey, if you do this, we're gonna get so much money if you do this, and this is why you get African American Ariel.
And how many times has it worked?
Never.
Yeah.
As far as I know.
But this time will be different.
Yeah, that's basically what they're going with. Is that this time it will be different, and I'm like, do you not understand that these people aren't watching? They're the loudest idiots in the room, and I use that term loosely for them.
This time we'll prove the fans are wrong.
Huh?
I said this time we'll prove that the fans are wrong. We'll show them how wrong they are.
Yeah, that this is going to work. This is and I'm thinking about it. These are a bunch of kids who don't understand how the world works, and they're just it's a bunch of bigwigs who have decided that the world is not worth it. And they just give me money, do whatever it is to make me money, and then someone.
You know what I think?
Stupidity.
The world is not enough.
oh, nice.
Guys,
James
just got a
Bond.
brand new page dropped on me.
Oh, there you go, man.
You want to see it?
Did it hurt?
No, it was pretty light because it's paper.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop it up here in a second, just so people can get an idea of what the new Nyobi style is like the new art and stuff. Plus, it's always good to get some feedback here.
We have an hour and 10 minutes left.
Boom.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
You see?
Can't see.
I love a girl on a
Do you
bike.
stream it? Oh yeah, here we go. I
Oh,
see it now.
that's cool.
And so that's gonna be all.
I like the Kirby effects.
Yeah, nothing sexier than a girl on a bike. That's my sugar rider on a bike.
She's riding into action there, opening a portal, and you have to see where she ends up.
She seems to be wearing armor. What's up with that?
It's a heavy leather jacket. And a
Okay,
helmet.
leather jacket and helmet. Okay, just regular rider. I see. Excellent, man. Nice to get
Is there a better special effect than the Kirby crackle?
the Kirby crackle.
Nah, I can't think of one.
Let's go back to the chat, see what they're saying. There's somebody Shinobi Raccoon retracted a message. Did somebody retract your message, or did you do it yourself? I don't know. Strange. Ironically, some of the same artists end up denouncing CG in the end. This is ironic.
Are we doing CG talk?
I guess. I don't talk about CG a whole lot, other than to say, I believe in certain principles and ethics, and beyond that, it's I don't like the tribalism that has taken place. So.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh, let's see where we're going. Flit Amaranth does agree. Hashtag ginger genocide. This is true. They're trying to get rid of the smallest minority, smallest genetic minority, which is gingers with blue eyes. So if you know a ginger with blue eyes, they need help because they are very marginalized. Flit Amaranth, save the gingers once again. Save the gingers hashtag. That's a hashtag we can all get behind, because I love a nice creamy ginger. I tell you what.
My first girlfriend was actually a ginger redhead, and she was not bad. It was like a carrot fire reddish color. I don't know how to explain it.
That's very. I hope you're talking. Are you talking? I'm not going to get into where it's at, but okay. Shinobi Raccoon, screw these live action remakes of beloved animated films. I agree. I did like the Jungle Book, but I mean, other than that, I'm not. Oh wait, and I have to say, I think Cinderella wasn't too bad. The rest, I think they've run out of ideas. I mean, there are 1,000,001 ideas out in the world, and they just they're going back to the well again, which seems just it's Disney. They don't have any more ideas. And then Flit Amaranth says, "Amen, Shinobi," which I totally agree. Crypto Comics. Nyobi is one of the three best indie surprises, indie comics I've read over the past year. It's surprisingly original, and it's real as AF. Mature language.
Indeed.
So there you go. Shout out for Nyobi.
I might have been a bit too ambitious with this drawing here, Jim.
You might have. Well,
Maybe.
I don't know what to tell you, but at it, and then Nasser Body. I don't care as long as the acting is good. Okay, that's Nasser Body's take. He likes the artificial things.
Well, look, here's my take on this thing. I think she was selected because she can sing, right? Because the whole big part of Ariel and whatnot is singing. And as I understand it, this girl's an R&B pop star.
Yeah,
pretty correct on that.
I know it's really hard for gingers to sing. I've never met one.
Well, no, it's the whole race bending, I guess is what it's called. Yeah, it's not phasing me anymore. I remember like when the first Spider-Man movie came out and Mary Jane wasn't Mary Jane, and I just kind of gave up after that.
Well, yeah, I have a problem with that too. Like Mary Jane should be Mary Jane. I don't mind if they put in another character. I mean, there's 1,000,001 characters of color from
which to choose from.
Well, from which to choose from Marvel. They could have picked any number of them, and they just decide to race bend an iconic character. I mean, you might as well make Gwen Stacy like a Skrull, and then there you go. Shinobi Raccoon says, I will give Will Smith a pass because he's playing the genie. Okay. Shinobi.
My thing was Will is that is that he's a rapper, he can't sing. It's like, so because I was hearing him, I'm like, he's just wording it. I can do that. I can sit there and word the entire thing. I won't do it here because I don't want it to get in.
Well, I mean,
I don't think anybody wants to hear me sing. So
I don't mind if they dub people.
It's rewind time.
So I have no problem when they dub people in. It's fine. I mean, Audrey Hepburn was great in
My Fair Lady. Yeah.
My Fair Lady. They tried to let her sing, and then she said at one point, "I need somebody else. This will detriment the film." So they found a good voice, and they filled in for her, and it worked perfectly. And that's a classic film. That's fine. But
Move your blooming off.
yeah, but today they say she's a poser. Well, if the girl can act and then the other one can sing,
I got it right.
I know. Like I said, it's just, my thing with Will was, like I said, he's a rapper, and so
yeah.
So he's just wording everything he says, and I was like, you guys don't hear it. He's just wording everything he says.
Well, a little bit. I mean, he's definitely.
if he was rapping it, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't give a shit.
He's definitely not, Robin Williams in kind of the show.
But he was putting more pizzazz in it, I guess, if you want to put it.
And it's fine. I mean, it's a new thing, and apparently people liked it enough that it made good money. So there you go. That's the proof is in the pudding there. So
right. Whatever. I mean, I'm like I said, I don't have anything against Will. It's just like it's more that he's a rapper and he really can't sing. So it's like I can give his performance the benefit of a doubt, but the singing part is like you should probably be able to shoot. If you can't sing that, just get somebody else to sing for you, man. It's like there's no shame in that. Sure, yeah. They've done it 1,000 times over. Yeah. I don't think it's a problem.
Shinobi's Raccoon says Hollywood's completely insane, which I was speaking of that. I was listening to Razor Fist today, and I don't know if you guys know Razor Fist, but he did a video about how Hollywood's always kind of been communist. And so I reposted it, but he goes into kind of a deep dive, and whether you agree with him or not, he's kind of defending Senator McCarthy and some other things. So there's a couple of hot takes in there, I would assume. But when it comes to Hollywood, sometimes I've had the same feeling. I worked in film and television for quite a while, and there's a certain mentality among people that either is very liberal, and liberal is not necessarily. I mean, it's been tainted here in the U.S. to actually what it means. They now cloak themselves in the word progressive, which is just another way to say socialist, which is just another way to say Marxist, which is just another way to say communist, because they love.
Let's get back to sexy talk.
Let's get out.
Yeah. We got off on yeah,
we got real minutes, sir.
Let us avoid politics, and my brain starts to hurt after I start talking about it. And people are like, I'm going to go away. Nasser left. Good night, everybody. Remember to hit like, share the stream, and back Nyobi and Skunk GIrl. Thank you, Nasser, if you hear this later. Appreciate that. Flit Amaranth says later, Nasser. And then Crypto comes in. Skunk GIrl variant features literally a ton of indie comic characters. Oh, he's basically reposted what he did before. But thank you, Crypto, for giving the shout out. Let's go back to the panel. No more talk of dour things like politics and religion.
And Hollywood.
Yeah, who brought that up?
I did. Was it me? You're gonna cast it on me? It probably was.
Oh, the ginger thing.
Yeah, the ginger.
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's see what's going on at the end of the queue. Cross Comics is definitely starting to put in the ink. He's got we see some boobies. Waiting.
Boobies.
Rick is not shying away from the boobage.
Good for you, Rick.
Be Rick rolled.
Hey, it's a part of life, right?
That's right. Then we got Manny. He's put the skirt in, making sure that things are fairly modest, quote unquote. Yeah. I've got the Doc Martin she usually wears. She does have those high boots that she wears sometimes too. I kind of like those. I'm digging that. And let's go into Humble. Let's see where she's gone. Ooh, cute. Very cute. There's Sugar showing up over there on the left. We got Skunk GIrl on the right. And then we'll be in the center. Very colorful. I'm going to let you guys know we have about an hour right now. For those of you who are feeling under the gun. And let's go to Lou. Lou is starting to really put the darkened pencils in. And yeah, look at that. Very, very cute skunk girl. Take a look at that, Manny. If you get a
Oh, I'm
name.
sorry. I'm so concentrated. I'm like, whoa, that is a beautiful skunk girl. Amazing. I
Is
love
that nice?
Oh man.
You're gonna have to hit him up to get that
Oh,
original art.
man, I
Nice.
get through to
Who-
do me something someday because I love the animated look. I mean,
Dude.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
I'm a
That
big fan of the
Yeah.
anime, old school anime. That's exactly what this reminds me of. The sort of the Shiro style, you know, Ghost in the Shell, Appleseed, that sort of thing.
Man, I really need to push my pencils.
Yeah, that's Lou. That's why I have tried to cultivate a relationship and make him my friend, because Lou does hella fine work.
I got to see an anime Nyobi. It's got to happen.
Yeah, that would be fun. Wouldn't that be fun? I really want to do that with I like the old Funimation kind of animation style. I'd like to do a Sugar, Lightspeed in that kind of vibe.
Look at those hips.
Be a lot of fun. We got Josh Spencer. He's got 2 characters in, and I think he's worried about getting in the third. He's bit off more than he can chew. I think he feels.
Oh, I
Little
think
bit.
I got the framework down.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I like it that she's holding the heart or making the heart symbol. That's fantastic.
I know what you like, Larry.
I believe in you, Joshy. I believe in you.
I believe I can try.
I believe he can draw that shit.
I'll do my best every night and day.
And we're going over to Dan.
Ink, dry away. Sorry.
I believe I can hold like never before. That's really hard to sing when I'm on my back. I get that. I can't get that control.
Okay. We
we
don't
didn't
need to
know
know
that.
any personal information.
What was that?
That was in the department of too much information.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's my side job.
Again, too much information.
Yeah.
You're a man whore.
That's right. I'm just too much. Man, I
Whore.
need more. I
Whoa.
need to share myself with everybody. That's how it is. All right, look at that. Kevin's putting in the ink, looking good. My sugar.
Honey,
Meow,
honey,
meow, 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 meow.
get off me, cat.
Sugar, sugar.
Oh my gosh, the Archies. Come on, Rick.
I don't know enough of the song. Just sugar, sugar.
Oh, honey, honey.
Honey, that's how it goes. Yeah.
You're my candy boy, a candy girl, something like that.
No, candy bar work.
Candy bar.
What was their other big hit? Anybody?
Oh no.
Dinosaur her face, and I'm a believer.
Jingle Jangle.
Oh, Jingle Jangle. Yeah, they actually use that in the Riverdale show. That's the drug that they take. It's like their ecstasy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they call it Jingle Jangle.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, you'll find all kinds of weird Archie references in that show.
Yeah, that show is trash, in my opinion.
Dude, man, I'm in love with Veronica. Okay, she's future Mrs. Higgins.
He's gonna go over to Stockton. He's gonna bring her back to New Brunswick. Keep her in a shed at back.
She's gonna be next Nyobi cosplayer.
He's looking good. They're looking good, y'all.
They are.
Fellas and lady. All right, let's go back to the chat, see if anybody's chatted. Let's see. We go. Shinobi Raccoon, Manny making Skunk GIrl safe for work. Oh, there you go. And Shinobi Raccoon, Lou's Skunk GIrl has a similar look to mine. Oh, wow.
Ooh, cool.
I like it when they draw.
Flit Amaranth says here's some encouragement. You can do it, Josh.
You can do it, man.
You can do it.
You can do it all night long.
I believe in you, Josh.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
He's just saying that so you'll work harder for less money.
Well, here's the thing. I'm looking at this drawing that Josh is doing right now, and all I can think about is, man, If we had this like as a cross promotional print, that'd be like dynamite.
That wouldn't be
Dynamite.
dynamite. That would be another. That would be another imprint.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's a dad joke. Screw you guys. It would be dynamite.
Dynamite.
Jimmy JJ.
This crossover, I get it all the time, man. People talking about that.
You get what?
People, talking about how these three characters need to cross over at some point.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm willing
it'd be easy, I think.
I'm
He'll
willing,
be going to. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm willing to let people play with Sugar. She
Oh.
likes it a lot.
It'd be interesting to see like if Sugar would try to kill Skunk GIrl or not. If they'd be enemies.
Depends on what Skunk GIrl did. If she read her aura wrong, then yeah. If Skunk GIrl's aura was not a good one, then she might have a problem. Of course, Sugar doesn't really have a problem with people who are like, vice-ridden addicts and killers and stuff like that. It's just specific people she really, really doesn't like.
Poor Skunky.
So, saying it'd probably be easy for at least going after Skunk GIrl. Nyobi could be going after Skunk GIrl to take her in.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that's how they'll probably meet, and then like every other hero crossover, then you kind of have to band together to fight a common foe at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody worse than Skunk GIrl.
Yeah, so something worse than Skunk GIrl, something that all three girls have a reason to take down,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Mm-hmm.
So profound. I should write that down.
Say copyright.
Never heard that one before.
Like, I think I've heard it before. I can't.
No,
Yeah,
not
I think
really?
it was
Yeah, I think it was Worf
Greek
said that or
thing.
something.
Worf said
Yeah.
that.
Did he?
I don't recall that. Is that an old Klingon saying?
Perhaps this is a good day to die.
That's definitely a Klingon saying.
There is no honor in teaming with Skunk GIrl.
The Klingons just stole Shakespeare. They just said that's ours.
Well, you remember Star Trek 6 and they were sitting around the dinner table. I was like, have you not heard Shakespeare and it's an original Klingon version?
Yeah.
They stole Shakespeare.
All right, I think I finished the line art.
Well, that means you have color that could be
Yeah.
added. I believe. Just saying.
I knew he was gonna say that. I was like, I knew you would say that.
How long do we have left?
You have
Like 40.
about 43 minutes.
Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna get that.
Here we go.
45 minutes.
Yeah, there's no color going on this one.
Here we go.
No color?
Not for me.
No color. No color. All right.
Oh, I think we can compete with that.
Well, we're at $190 Canadian now, so that's about $201 in American dollars and about 12 ringgits.
12 ringgit.
Okay, what are ringgit?
That's the currency that Miura uses.
Everyone's asking that.
How much is a ringgit worth?
I think it's like 4 or 5 ringgits to every American dollar.
Wow, that's actually pretty bad.
Yeah, I think that was the conversion. Like when I listen to Miura talk about how much things cost, I kind of do the math in my head, and that's pretty much what it equals out to.
4 or 5 ringgits to every dollar. It's still better than the peso.
Yeah. The pesos, because you're talking. I think it's like 1,000 pesos. It's been forever.
Carry the one.
No, don't do that.
You're right. It was it's to $1 US. It's 4.13 Malaysian ringgits. So yeah, nice. Let's see pesos. 1902, 19.2 Mexican pesos to the dollar.
Wow.
And a peso actually has they used to have these little teeny coins, and they were tiny. There were 10 pesetas, which were they used them basically to get on the bus or go take a train. little
It's
token.
almost imperceptible.
Yeah, and they were tiny. They were. I don't know how they kept them. You know, they were so small that they would get lost. They were like a little buttons.
Hmm.
And then they're like regular. The regular peso was like 10 times as big. It's like a big old, almost like a $50. All right, I don't know how I got off on that. Looking at Rick.
I'm currently drawing Nyobi.
You are.
Oh,
You're doing your drawings.
I am drawing.
drawing. Putting a little cute little tree right here.
And
Doing some nice drawing, making nice little hand here.
She's giving the people the sign.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Loves you. She loves you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's got a good dog press. Look at that. He's adding some color in. That's very nice. Rick's putting some color in. That's very good.
Oh, you show-offs.
Lou doesn't have any color, but he's making up for it in
Now,
Lewis.
I love this one. I'm looking at Tech Corner here, and he's got the whole like Spider-Man homage going on here in a way.
Yeah, he does.
I just realized that. Hang on, I gotta fix this damn arm. Yeah.
Fix that damn arm, Daniel. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you,
What's
boy?
wrong with y'all?
Fix this now.
One of these days, I would like to see like a Nyobi cover swipe from Spider-Man 300, but instead of like the web, she's coming out of a portal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Write that down. Make sure somebody does it.
Oh, there's a few cover swipes I got in mind.
Okay. See, every time I come with a good idea that I want to see, I just put it in this list I have in my phone. I have a bunch of ideas what I'd want to see, and I pick one.
Oh, dude, I can't afford to do all the ideas I got in my head.
Well, it's just there. Like when I pick a good artist, I'd go through the thing and I think, would this one work? And then I usually give them 3 of them and see which one they pick. If I don't let them have their own head for the composition. For those of you who don't know, I am a writer, and I'm not really that great of an artist, so I have to go out and I have to find great artists. And it's really fun when you find one that does your character in a way that makes you very happy. You're like, damn, Skippy.
Yeah, Pablo Romero art in the chat.
Hey, Pablo.
Oh,
Hey,
Why
Pablo.
Why isn't Pablo Romero in here? That's my question. Why are you in the chat, Pablo? I gave you the link, Pablo.
Pablo
I
Americano.
love Pablo.
And Pablo's like,
Ew.
oh, I was eating dinner.
Oh no.
I was dancing the tango with my hot wife. We do it every night before
You're
dinner,
gonna do what?
after to burn the dinner off. You know what that means.
I don't know what you mean, and I don't know what you're saying.
I don't
The
understand.
tango goes into the horizontal mambo. That's how we go.
It takes 2 to tango.
Ooh la la.
2 and sometimes 3 when we get spicy.
Muy queriente.
Cover your ears, Rick.
Rick's like, I don't understand. He's talking about Latin things. I don't get it. We're up in Canada.
I am Latin.
Yeah, but Rick's getting ready to head off on a mission trip.
Oh, really? We're mission to where?
Brazil.
Uh-oh.
Brazil,
You better be careful down there, man.
the home of the Latin lover.
They like the very small bikinis. You be careful. They will entice you. They will entice you to do naughty things with their big booties.
Can I go with you, Rick?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think everybody at my at the church, because I'm not going by myself.
That's right.
Fortunately, or I'm for
Poor Rick, they're gonna take him up the Amazon, and he's gonna minister to some head hunting tribe It's going to try to get him with like a blow dart, and it's going to be really exciting. Maybe he'll steal like a golden idol or something and run in front of a big ball and fly away.
Shakaka.
His snake in his plane.
Shakaka.
Man.
I came up with that story all by myself, by the way.
Shish kebab. Shawshank Redemption.
Sorry, they should make that into a trilogy.
Chicago.
They should make that into a film. I agree. I'm gonna have to copyright it. People are lighting off fireworks, almost like it's 4th of July. Almost weird.
It's the 4th of July here.
It is.
It
You guys don't care.
No, we don't do 4th of July.
You guys don't even.
Why would we celebrate an American holiday?
Because we're the light of the world. That's why.
We are.
I'm still trying to figure out why America keeps celebrating Cinco de Mayo. It's a Mexican holiday, not an American holiday.
Any excuse to drink and eat.
It's not even their Independence Day either. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, because their Independence Day is like a different day.
Yeah, totally.
Like you guys understand that's not the actual day that happened, right?
Well, do you guys celebrate the Queen's birthday?
No.
No, we did none of that shit.
I would, but I mean, she's not my sovereign. I wouldn't even bow to the bitch. Sorry.
Oh, that's cause for a hanging.
I might shake her hand and nod my head, say nice to meet you, like I
That's
would
a hanging.
anybody. But she's just a lady.
Hey, good job living so long. Hey.
Yeah, that's right. Good job reigning so long. That's nice. I'm glad to see that you've kept things going so long. Shinobi Raccoon says, I would love to see this trio. Speaking of our 3 characters, and I agree. Shinobi Raccoon also says, it was nice. It was a nice show, but I must bounce. All right, see you, buddy.
Bye, Shinobi.
He's probably gone already. Probably already gone. Paul Romero, he apparently was laughing at us talking about he and his wife. He says, I'm always busy. I bet you are, man. I bet you are. Flit Amaranth, Rick doesn't need to be careful. It's the Brazilian women who need to be careful of him. Yep, he is going to baptize the shit out of them. He's going to minister the shit out of them.
Oh my lord.
Well, that might be an ugly scene.
I am incontinent.
He's going to minister the shit out of them because he's going to make them clean inside and out.
The Holy Spirit will move in mysterious ways right then.
Flit Amaranth says, not a hashtag not my sovereign. Yeah, exactly. Not my sovereign. I don't have a sovereign. I'm an individual. I'm a citizen of the United States. That's what makes us great. We don't have any bastards ruling over us except
America.
F yeah.
Heck yeah.
F yes.
And we still have 11 watching, 12 likes. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the 11s hanging out. Appreciate it much. Hope you're enjoying the art being created currently. And we have a great panel tonight doing great characters. And let's hear some more about your world, Manny. About how she's going to go on in the future. I mean, this story, I'm sure, has a beginning, a middle, and an end. But where's she going after that?
Well, the whole thing about this story is, yes, I mean, this is, I mean, you start off running this story. The first 6 pages are there. The very first splash page tells you exactly what the character is all about. You know, she's get caught red-handed coming out of a bank vault. You know, we go from there. We go running. There's so many fight scenes in this book. There is an end to the book, but you know, there's always, I mean, this is a one shot for now, but there's always a possibility for another one and another one and another one. And the prospects of her going out and, you know, teaming up with other characters is amazing. I would love to have her go out with other characters. I would love to have Nyobi hunt her down, and I wouldn't want little girl Lethal coming after her. No, I don't want that happen. Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. My girl's a little OP when she goes crazy. When she's not crazy, she's still pretty much a badass. But she's you can usually talk with her if you're not just a really, really bad person.
Well, we could have a Skunk Girl kind of try to take over for a little bit and have her do something really bad that she's gonna be pissed and come after Skunk Girl. We could do that.
Yeah, that wouldn't make her very happy when
Yeah.
she came out of it. Not at all. Skunk Girl might have to hightail it out. Pardon the pun.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much possibilities of crossovers and having her just appear. And I know she's already going to appear in another book, Cyberpunk. I mean, Cyberpunk from Scout with Zero. I mean, she'll be in there some way. She's going to get it. She'll be in
Cyberpunk.
Somehow.
What?
Yeah,
Scalpel Zero.
Scout Zero. Yeah.
From Tank Ferret.
Tank Ferret comic. She'll appear there somewhere. We haven't figured out yet, but she's gonna be there. All over the place.
Nice. I'd like to tell you right now, it's very warm in my room without the fan on. I feel like I'm
Too much information.
I'm drowning in a puddle of my own filth now.
Too much information.
Thanks, Jimmy, for that.
And now you have that in your head. Good night, everybody. No.
The horror.
The horror.
Horror.
The horror.
The horror.
You guys are lucky without his fan on. Trust me.
Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah.
What did you do?
That's right.
Man, I would love to make this as a print for the table.
What are you talking about?
Oh, this what I'm drawing as a print for the table. But, that's only if Manny is okay.
All right.
Well, maybe Manny will let you do that, and then you got to give him his cut. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Know what I mean?
Know what I mean, Gene?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not me.
We're at 223 now.
223. Cha-ching.
That's
People
Canadian.
watching? Wow.
Yeah.
223
I was about to
Canadian.
say, it was like that would be fucking awesome.
223 Canucka Duck. I'm going down the line here, letting people take a look at what's going on. Yeah, very, very pleased tonight. Very nice. Good stuff.
Larry Holder says hi.
Larry Holder. Hey, Larry.
Larry.
Larry has a book himself right now on Indiegogo. It's called Of Time and Space. I would like anybody listening to go out and check it out, see if they'd like it. It's a sci-fi fantasy adventure, kind of delving into the depths of what could be and what might be. And I'm just kind of making up shit right now, but yeah, go check it out.
I just love the way he's like, oh, I'm just making shit up.
Just making it up. Whatever.
Well, I haven't read the book.
I'm going to do my best Gail Simone impersonation and talk about it.
That's right. That's right. Best Gail Simone. It was a really cool. Hey, guys, want to take a poll? Yeah. Where are we at? Okay, I'm in the chat, and they haven't talked much. They just stopped talking. 12 people in there though. 13.
There's so much sexy art happening.
Exact change only says art's looking good, baby. Well, yeah, I added the baby, but you know, art's looking fine.
Groovy, baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Does it make you Randy, baby?
Oh, yeah.
Do I give you?
What?
Do I give you a
Nice.
stiffy?
Oh.
All right, back to the panel. I white boxed Humble for a minute. I like that.
Okay.
Is Sugar singing? Sugar's singing. Goodness gracious. How did you know Sugar sang in the shower when she's naked? Think about that.
I am thinking about it.
I know. That's the next cheesecake challenge.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I don't think Sugar's going to show up for a while. I promised on the 10th episode that I wouldn't do it until the 50th, and then, well, we came up with this idea, and Sugar showed up again. But you know, it's for a good cause.
Good cause, Jim.
Yeah, it's not like a solid sugar.
I mean, this
What?
has been in the works for a while. We've been, throwing around this idea. So
All right. I just didn't like, I don't want to abuse artists drawing my character too much, So I like to come up with just random themes and then have them use their imagination for fun. And I love seeing what comes out of people's heads. And then, we've done that tonight with our artists here. It's just, we've done established characters now in our little corner of the Indie
I confess to you guys something I've already told Jimmy is this is the first week I've actually understood what the topic is because the alliterations just confuse me.
Yeah, Jimmy can sometimes be very confusing.
Yeah, what do you think?
Multiple words, like keep it to 3 words, Jimmy.
Well, I'm sorry. I'll try to keep, when I talk to you, Josh, I'll try to keep it monosyllabic.
Yeah,
right?
I don't understand your highfalutin talk.
I know what to get y'all for Christmas. A nice dictionary thesaurus combo. Put it on your desk when you need to know.
and this Little Mermaid thing is all over my Facebook right now.
Yeah. I'm trying not to think about it because it's a little annoying.
Would you like to build a snowman?
Yeah, they're gonna make her. They're gonna do the next film, and she's gonna be lesbian, and then yeah, because she don't need no man.
Oh, Captain
man.
Marvel.
She don't need no man. Men are an accessory at best, and really, what is a man good for anyway? So, he doesn't do any. Men don't do anything in the world. We don't do it.
Oh, Jimmy.
We don't. I mean, besides, invent and build everything and do all the dangerous jobs and die in the wars, and we don't do anything. It doesn't matter if there's a man in the home, and it won't affect the children at all.
No.
Do I sound bitter? I don't know.
A little bit.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
All right, so so far.
We got good stuff going on right now. There's a lot of noise going on. Looking at Rick's composition here. Lots of color coming in. I think Skunk GIrl has a parasol, and Sugar's sitting in the back having a glass of bourbon. I don't know.
She didn't come out quite as well as I wanted.
Okay, because if she is drinking, that's a new one on Sugar. She doesn't drink or take drugs. She has one vice, and it's a very strong vice. And the other stuff doesn't do her any good. So.
I've drawn Skunk GIrl several times, so I sort of knew what to be able to do with her. Nyobi, I think I've drawn 1.5 times.
Well, I'm glad you did all 3. It's nice. Yeah. If you wanted to put something in her hand, you could put like a sandwich. She likes to eat a lot. She burns off calories like crazy. So
I did put her sword that I seen in the thing right here.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay. She just tossed her sword aside.
Well, she's taking a break. She can grab it in like half a second, right? If she actually needed it.
Yeah. Generally, she just has it go back into her rings, but that's fine.
Oh, like see, I don't know.
What, like a flash?
Her rings, they make her weapons and her vehicles and stuff. And the
soul energy.
And she's bonded to a cosmic entity that was made of like this golden energy. So.
Okay, well, see, I knew nothing of this, so.
That's all right. That's all right, Rick. You didn't know. I do not fault you for not knowing, because who would know? I mean, come on. Yeah, but she could have like a pretzel or like a hot dog or a burger or just a donut. Anything she likes to eat. That's one of the things I've tried. Like it's kind of a mockery of the I incorporated that a long time ago, actually, that she eats a lot. But that's because she burns it all off. So she's constantly hungry like an athlete. But now it's kind of a joke, you know, how a lot of the new characters in especially Marvel, they just sit around eating and drinking fucking coffee.
Oh man, you're preaching to Manny now.
Yep. I don't like that. Boring.
Yeah, it's a constant thing where they're just like 9 panel pages where they're just sitting around, and half the time, if you do see their bodies, they're sitting in a booth or at a table, and then the rest of it's their talking heads talking at each other, and sometimes the heads don't even move. It's just dialogue, and you're just like, what am I reading here? Why am I reading like 18 pages of this crap, and then one fight that somebody gets socked in the chin and it's done? Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I've vented.
Because they want to talk with their feelings.
Because it's lazy writing. That's all it is.
No,
Manny, Jimmy needs to do a promo for Skunk GIrl.
Yeah. Definitely, if Skunk GIrl's constantly doing that stuff and getting into hijinks, even if she's a bad girl, you know, Brian Pulido made Lady Death work, so bring it.
For those wondering, I am not the best colorist, so.
Hey, look, a panty peek. I love panty peeks. Right on.
Damn, I was gonna do that, but I didn't want to do that.
Josh Spencer did a panty peek on my girl, so Nyobi, Larry doesn't like Nyobi have panty peeks because she's a very modest young lady in a very short skirt and crop top, which seems kind of, you know.
Well, let me explain that, Jim. She's a pop star, so you got to dress the part.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Well, you could be like like a heart of gold and a saint, but when you go out and perform, you got to put on the outfit and do the job. Like a Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera. Or...
So you're saying a pop star is basically their uniform is a skank?
I find
Miley Cyrus.
Go the sexy route. Yeah.
Don't slut shame me.
Did you guys see Miley Cyrus's new picture of her in like this latex outfit with like
it's a vagina suit, dude.
Yeah, it's like a vagina like a
no, that's literally what it is.
Like a teeth vagina thing. I'm like, yeah, that's great, hon.
Be right back.
My eyes are bad enough. Why would I do that?
I don't know. I think I've told a couple of you guys in Hangouts. I actually met her once at a 4th of July. We have a thing called the Stadium Fire, and I pulled cord for the big swing camera, right? The big boom camera. And she came down and met us all and shook her hands, and she was basically like shilling her record to us, like
her rectum?
Her record.
Oh.
Her album that was dropping, and so she was like, "It's gonna drop here. I really love it. You'll like it a lot." And I'm like, "It's nice to meet you. Thank you for helping out." Like that's what basically she said. And she just came off as kind of vapid. I'm sure she's a nice person when you're not talking to her, but but yeah, that was my. And then
she's very nice when you're not in the same room with her.
At the same time, I met the next year I met the guy that says, "I'll put a boot in your ass for the red, white, and blue." That guy, that country, he's a big dude, just like 6'5". What's his name? I'm not a country guy, so that stuff slips my brain. But I do remember he was much more friendly. He sat there and talked to us, and he does this kind of voice. How you guys doing?
Sounds like a country song.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out there and sing for you guys, and I'm gonna point you out and say how good you are. So he talked like that. All right, there's my anecdote for the day.
Cool.
Yay! Jimmy.
That's right, old man stories.
I met Matt Groening once.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Very briefly at San Diego Comic Con.
Was he nice?
He was just like walking around looking at comic books, and I was like, "Hi, Matt. Cool, really cool show you've got there." Yeah. Bye.
KG showed up in the chat. Nice to have him here. We've got Rumble Terry as well. Rumble is in the chat. let's see. Not cool, YouTube. Not cool. What did YouTube do?
What do you two do now?
Not cool. What? Oh, never. Sorry.
PS Melter's here too. Yo, PS Melter.
Notify people that you are doing stuff. You're putting on this wonderful show for people.
Oh, okay. Well, I've always said that this is not for children necessarily, but again, we've never done anything that's really
Well, I don't think Rebel qualifies as a child, but whatever floats your boat. Sir.
Exact Change says wrecked him, damn near killed him. Ha! Killed me. Milter says it's all awesome, and KG is the best person here. Oh, P.S. Milter has a crush on KG.
Wow. My mighty wrench is the best person here. That's awesome.
They're gonna go canoodle in the corner. Yeah. Crypto Comics says Nyobi is one of the three. Oh, it's just another one. One of the three best comics I've ever read in the past year. It's surprisingly original and real as AF. American Fork.
All right.
Not wrong.
What?
Hey, Jim, how much time do you have left?
We have 25 minutes.
Oh my
20,
God!
24 minutes.
I might actually get this done. Good God.
Good God, you all.
24 minutes. Right now. 24 minutes.
I just want to know what I can do for the next 25 minutes.
Oh, shut up.
Shut up.
I'm finished. I'm so fast.
KG says, no way, P.S. Melter. I am nowhere near the best person here. And P.S. Melter says, you promote everyone and are chill. We love you. And for that, KG. Oh, that is so sweet.
Well, that is true.
That is true.
Not me. Didn't promote me yet.
15 watching and 15 likes. We are at parity right now. Fantastic. Going back to the panel once again. Panel. Look at this. We got Cross Comics. He's adding color on the floor. There's crazy stuff going on. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be exciting.
No, this is Naomi's portals. She's been portaling.
Oh, she's portaling them in. Is she portaling them in or out?
I'm not sure.
Okay. We'll just go with whatever we want in our head.
Just bring the party with her, man.
That's my phone.
How's it going?
Absolute professionalism. We can expect nothing more than professionalism.
Just one moment.
Un momento, por favor.
Yes, Mom. I am looking after myself.
Sell that
No, Mom, I'm not on the drugs.
Yes, I've cooked myself meal. Yep.
Yes, I showered.
Sorry about that, guys.
Right.
Yes, it's clean. I told you it's clean.
I know how to wipe my own ass.
So we're looking at Good Dog Press. This is Manny from Good Dog Press. He's got a mask currently on the boobies of Nyobi. I've noticed that. They got little ants going around. It's and she must be really itching on her titties. Yeah. And let's go over to Humble.
Damn it!
Cat, get off of me. All right. Looking at Humble Marty's. Are you finished, Humble?
Well, almost. Just need to get in the spotlights.
Yeah, I think the spotlights would be good to find them back. To find them. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. I like it. Nice composition. Beautiful. Going over to Lou. Lou's gonna be right back. He looks like he's pretty much done with the line work. Anybody want to take a look at Squirrel Girl by Lou?
Squirrel Girl. Bite your tongue.
Sorry, Skunk Girl. All right. I made a boo-boo. I get it. Skunk Girl. Have a look at Skunk Girl.
The name that should not be named.
I have a question, Manny. Why did you make Skunk Girl 2 words and not 1? Just one.
Because Squirrel Girl was 2 words. That's the only reason. Just for clarity. I mean, even like when you look at the Squirrel Girl, it's the unbeatable is a lowercase also. That's why I went.
Okay.
I know it's that's wrong. It's supposed to be capitalized unbreathable, but that's why I just copying Marvel's.
Do you
logo.
guys have any idea when I see like people write without capitalization? It, as a writer, it drives me crazy. I hate it. I hate text speak. I hate all that stuff where they don't follow any punctuation, and so I half the time I'm trying to figure out what the hell people are talking about. And that's what it reminds me of. You know, unbreathable skunk girl without a capitalization. It just reminds me of millennial bullshit.
Well, I was copying the Millennium BS from Marvel. Okay.
No, I'm not. I understand your parody, but I mean, you know, in a world where things rules don't apply anymore, and you know nothing matters, and everything's fluid, blah, whatever.
Dogs and cats living together.
Exactly.
Human
Mass hysteria.
Kill all cats.
Josh is under the gun. He's trying to color these girls. I get it.
Yeah,
I
boy.
understand.
Well, I'm at least going to color the girl here.
And that would be nice if he does finish. If he doesn't, I'm glad he made the effort of 3 because that's pretty ballsy, man. Pretty ballsy. Just
We
like
all
everybody
know
else
me.
on the panel has tried the same thing. And we got a Daniel Tech. He's putting in color. His Skunk GIrl is taking a shape and hue. Very nice. Very nice. I apologize for all the ums and ahs that I do. I'm just, that's how I speak, and I apologize. I wish I was more glib.
Yeah, I speak the same, mate.
No, seriously, like I
I'm
listened to somebody.
semi-retarded.
I listened to somebody like Razor Fist. I'm like, holy shit, because he's like shotgunning words, and they're very, very defined. He has good enunciation, and he just shoots them out. And obviously, he's reading the script because nobody can just have that come off his tongue that way. But even so, it sounds really good. Then you got like Stefan Molyneux, who never does an or an ah, it seems, even though he's often talking out his ass. But yeah.
What do we know? Okay.
And then we got Kevin, the trusty sidekick. He's getting that the ink down. He's taking his time. He's getting it right. And I don't have a problem with that. Doesn't look like he's going to get any color tonight, but we love the fact he's got here, and he really has done a beautiful sugar. Very nice, very nice.
Thank you.
Hey, Bill, the pencil, the digital pencil is down.
Yeah,
Can you count us down when we get to like 10, 5 minutes or what?
Well, we are at 18 minutes currently.
All right. Anyway, tell us the time because we're not watching the clock.
I will.
Thank you.
Flit, my good friend out in the chat, would you make sure that you get a straw pull if you could, if you pretty please, and with sugar on top and a cherry, 2 cherries maybe. You know what I'm saying. Anyway. Everybody's quiet, you know.
Yeah, concentrating, man.
Everybody's quiet.
Gotta draw.
I can hear the pensive cognitation going on.
I was only supposed to draw sugar, so that's the one I'm, at least trying to draw her today. Color,
Points of Light
color.
Production says, "I return." He is here, and then Flit Hammer says, "Be right back." Okay. And Flit Hammer
I don't
is
think you
back.
need to read all that.
And Points of Light says, "Hello, nurse." I'm not sure he's talking about there.
Hello, nurse.
That's right.
I love the timing.
To be frank, this is Flit Hammer. To be frank, not having unbreathable capitalized bugged me too. It's just one of those things. Like, it just seems like the amount of lazy that takes place. It's like people who can't do cursive anymore.
It's almost unbearable.
It is. It's unbearable. It is unbearable. It's almost unbreathable. KG, the Unbreathable Skunk GIrl is at 2,765. Way to go. Points of Light Productions. LP, get on the horn. Fill in the dead air.
Dead air, folks. Yeah,
He's sitting there just,
I'm very
just
not
pondering the universe.
I'm very much of the type that can't draw and talk at the same time.
The poll is ready when you are. Thank you, Flit. Appreciate it. Much appreciated. Crypto, again, 4 hours left to get Legend of the Lone Wolf with 3 sketches and 3 trading cards, 2 posters, and more free. stuff. 2 creators, 80 pages. Two creators? There's only 2 creators? I thought it was like
More 2 creators on that.
I thought it was 12. I think he did a misprint. 12 creators, 80 pages, $20. Great value. Go out and get Legends of Lone Wolf before you can't get it anymore. But maybe it'll go into in demand. Who knows? Yeah.
I don't know. You could have. I'm looking at Marty's, and I'm thinking. For some reason, I'm thinking Final Fantasy X too.
Currently 16 watching, 16 likes. We have parody still. Wonderful. Going back to the panel once more. We have 15 minutes, you guys. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Somebody's blowing off shit in my neighborhood. Can you hear it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like gunshots, but it's actually just mortars.
It sounds like someone hitting a trash can.
Really?
Yeah.
That okay.
Through the speakers.
Stomp.
Yeah.
We're looking at Rick. He's adding more color, some cobblestones or bricks. I'm not sure on the ground.
Wood floor. So the
Wood floor.
pouring, and I did add
paneling.
a burger and some sort of drink there for her.
That's right. And she's putting in paneling, and looks like Skunk GIrl is on the beach or in a park, or she's got a little skunk with her. That's nice.
Yeah.
Another little skunk as well. 2 skunks.
Just one, and her
just
big
one?
tail.
Her big tail. All right, cool. That's awesome. And let's move along to Manny. Manny's looks like he's getting. Are you done, or is this finished?
I'm still coloring. I'm gonna color all the way up until the end.
All right, good enough. That's how we roll here on Slick Jimmy Speaks with the Cheesecake Challenge. The artists never stop; they just keep going and going. Humble, except for Lou, who seems to be gone somewhere else because he's done. Humble. Humble has added color, as I have noted before. For those of you who have not seen Humble before, she does lots of color. She likes the color. She feels the color, and it always seems to. She is the color. And the
I hope
color
this
is
isn't
her.
too spicy for YouTube.
Which one?
This one that I'm currently drawing.
Oh, little panty peek never hurt anybody. And yeah. I don't. I have nothing.
I know you don't.
Her naughty bits are covered up, so it's all right. It's all good. And this one by Daniel from Tech Corner, Daniel Vega.
Mm-hmm.
They call him Danny Vegas. He's done a pretty cool one of Skunk GIrl, who's looking very, very much in the neighborhood of like Silver Sable or Black Widow or Daredevil or Spider-Man, and she's got that vibe, man. Swinging through the night, spreading her beautiful odor, and taking what is it? Knocking them down and taking names.
Cool.
Kicking ass.
Kick ass, or kick names, take ass.
Yeah. And over to
Yeah, I kind of I gave her a little bit more well-endowed chest, but hey.
Nothing wrong with
Kevin,
that.
trusty sidekick, is he's working on my girl's pigtails currently right now, and she looks like she's pretty self-satisfied. She's either killed somebody or fucked somebody. We'll see. You definitely got her svelte look. She's quite a trim, my girl.
Well, good.
I always make her a bit too chunky.
You like the thick girls, and yeah, you need to cut her down by a couple of degrees of order if you were to go by the spec. But it's fine. I'm not complaining.
To be honest, I usually do that too. You know, I have a problem exaggerating the length, even though I know I should.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of my problem too. But the biggest problem I have is usually hands.
The hands are, they're lots of fun.
Hands are hard.
But you know,
Mine is armpits.
armpits. You don't like armpits?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Well, I don't know. It's like they're fun to draw, but when you're trying to get them to look right, I think on one of them it looks like I broke their arm. It's like That's way too crazy.
I've never had a problem with armpits. You know, as long as I don't have hair in them on the girls, I'm all right.
We're talking about drawing, Jim.
Drawing, I've never had a problem with that either. Proportions is what I usually have problems with. And then when I need to foreshorten something, then it gets all wonky. It looks fucking fish-eyed. Sorry, I forgot to tell you guys. I often use swear words and so forth. Maybe you haven't noticed, but I do.
What's the time count we got, Jim?
You got 10 minutes.
Oi.
Vey. What's your gonna?
Oi!
I forgot to remind Rick that I say profanity. I'm profane. But I
figured it out, and lots of people do, so I don't make a thing of it.
but I don't take the Lord's name in vain. I wouldn't like somebody using my name as a swear word, so that's usually my rule.
Oh, that's good. For sure.
Oh, heck.
Yeah, that's I grew up Mormon, so there's a lot of Mormon swear words like fetch. Fetching, no way.
That's so fetch.
No, they wouldn't use it.
That'll
like
never
that.
be a thing.
Like when you're shooting a basket and you miss it, like you just brick it and you go fetch.
You don't say flip?
Flip too.
Freak.
Freak. It's all these F words that aren't the F word.
Oh, flipping far out.
See, people find a way to curse just without cursing.
That's right.
So,
Far out,
yeah. If you found a way to do it without cursing, is it still not cursing?
Well, here's the funny thing. Like my best friend's dad would, for some reason, use Christmas tree as his swear word when he'd got like hit his finger with a hammer or something. He'd go Christmas tree, and I'm like, one time I pointed out, I said, "You do know that there's a Christ in that thing?" And then he was like, and I was like, "Yeah, you didn't ever realize that." Just
it's literally Christ Mass.
Yeah, Christ Mass.
When I want to curse and I can't curse, usually I'm just using screwball to call somebody something. So if you ever hear me call somebody a screwball, it's like I'm trying to curse without without cursing.
Yeah. Fuck's just it's a fun word though. I like fuck because it's versatile. So I mean, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful word that way. Fuck fuckity fuck.
Have you heard that comedy bit about the many uses of fuck?
Yeah, I've seen that before. And the many uses of the word. And the funny thing is like there's a whole bunch of different theories as to where it came from. Because in Germanic, there's quite a like thicken, like there's, which means that, but then there's a word that actually goes clear back to the Latin, so they're not sure exactly where it came from. It's kind of a mystery as to the exact origin of the word, but it is ubiquitous now. It is across the planet. Almost every culture on the planet knows the word because of the dissemination of it through the American media.
Our contribution to world culture.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ours and the British.
See you next Tuesday.
For some reason, I have had trusty white boxed. I think it's
come on.
Subconsciously. I'm subconsciously showing my girl. I think that's what.
I'm drawing sugar right now.
I know, but
come on.
It's my first time on the show. He's being kind.
Your sugar makes me funny in my jellies. So
you're getting a little bit too
much information.
No.
Too much information.
No.
You're getting a video turned up.
Going back to the chat, we still have some time. Let's see. The poll is ready. Okay. Crypto Comics his message was retracted for some reason. Dang, Rick, your art is really improving. GG. Good GG.
Good game.
Good game.
Good job.
Okay, good. Whatever.
And who said
Points,
that?
points of Light Productions. 8 days left to back, and we really need a boost. Please back. What are we backing with Points of Light Productions? Is that Larry? Anyway.
Yeah, Point of Light Productions is Larry.
Okay, yeah, that's of Time and Space. So guys, go check it out. Please do that. Definitely. The Unbreathable Skunk Girl makes an appearance once again. At Flit Amrat. It bugged me too. As you can see, my avatar has a cap. She believes in the cap instead of the non-cap. No, the lowercase. Flit Amaranth. Hello, make him change it. Oh, Manny. Oh, sounds like there's gonna be trouble in paradise. Literally. Points of Light Production. I curse too much too. I got to stop that. Cursing makes life more interesting, I think. So, unless you're doing it in church, that it's just too interesting, man. All right, back to the panel. You guys have 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
I'm gonna fix her up for you, Jim.
Oh, well, not just for me though. If you finished it out, I mean, I think this is something I'd put a third portion down on this to get copyright on it.
Same.
Yeah, definitely.
You do what now?
We
Put a
would
third.
pay Josh if we can use the rights to this image.
Yeah.
You dig? Yeah.
Yes, you may.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because I would love to take this Skunk GIrl and to the con as a print.
Yeah, well,
That's
I would
okay.
love for you to go take it to the con so you can spread the word. I mean, that's the whole thing.
Yeah. You just got to give me info so that I can work with and put that out there too. Because that's one of the one of the biggest cons. So I would imagine, putting your name out there along with Nyobi would probably give it a boost.
Man, I would love to see Nyobi at like San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can make one. I just need to ask if I can use that as a print.
Yeah, man, of course.
I don't think he's going to say no.
Here's the deal, man. If you want to do that, right, make a print and bring it down to San Diego Comic-Con and sell them and promote my book. I'm all for it, as long as I can have a copy of the print and I can sell them too.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
And that's a done deal.
Yes. When the first, I'll take the first print and see about sending it to you, and I'll sign it. I'll sign the thing too.
No, what I mean is you give me the file so I can reproduce it, right? And I can sell them at cons.
Oh, yeah. Dude. That's reasonable. Manny?
Yeah, man, then I'm all up.
That sounds like a plan,
Sounds good, guys.
Because you know what? When it comes down to it, he doesn't. I mean, there's so many people that's going to be swiping the images about stuff and doing it without even getting permission from us. That's the way it is. The way. Unfortunately, that's the way it works.
Yeah, unless you're Lou. Yeah. I'm looking at them. Thank God, if I had the money, I would get.
Who's not setting their phone to silent?
Jim, set your phone to silent.
Oh, Jimmy.
Jim?
According to Jim.
I was dealing with that damn phone call.
Okay. Sorry. It's like I was kind of concerned I made you mad.
No, I don't get mad.
He doesn't get mad.
He gets even.
Oh.
People don't know when I'm mad. People don't really know when I'm mad. They just, something really terrible happens to them and they have no idea where it came from.
You wake up with your kidneys missing.
That's right. I just need pocket change when I do that.
I don't use any kind of weapon or anything. Now I think about it.
Well, Nyobi, she can concentrate the energy that she can draw into concentrated beams of light when need be. It takes a little out of her to do it, but she can do it.
Hey, so Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
Is that more sort of on model with the legs?
Yeah, long legs are never too long on her. She's got a short
Okay.
torso, but long limbs. She's just very petite. But the proportions don't change. Okay, I'm gonna give a countdown here, and we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are done. This episode of the Cheesecake Challenge. Flit Amaranth, please put the poll in the chat. Everybody, let's go down the line and look at everybody's work. So glad everybody showed up. Let's if you can, Rick, do your best to get that in focus.
It's not. Not sure what I can do.
Bring it. If you can bring it closer to the camera a little bit, maybe move it around. Yeah, that's getting a little bit. You get what the problem is you're not in what's called the depth of field when you're down on your table. And so yeah, so move it up a little bit so we can see. Yeah, see all this stuff. Very nice, Rick. Good job. Yeah.
Holy
Right.
cow, that's
Right. So I would say
he made sure nobody missed
you wanted to fix this so people could see this better, Rick. All you have to do is bring your camera down a little bit, and then it would focus up. You get in what's called the depth of field.
Rick went all out for the background and everything.
You did good. Good job,
Rick.
We're going over to Manny with Good Dog Press. He's got nice lilac and purple background. Very fun. We got his Skunk GIrl right here. And we got Nyobi in the center and my sugar light
Sexy.
to the right.
Good time.
Nice little trio. He went for the ambitious look. Over to Humble Marty.
Nice job on the bulbs, Manny.
Yeah, nice job, Pops. Humble Marty did the trio as well, and very colorful. I like the. She's got lens flare and all this fun stuff going on with the lights. She's painted with light very well. Very cool. I like that with the performance of all three. Kind of like Josie and the Pussycats, kind of like that
Those
business.
girls are ready to rock, brother.
And we got Lou. I don't know if Lou's here. He's turned the image so you can kind of see the full thing of Skunk GIrl. Definitely an impactful composition. I would say to Manny, you might want to lay down some coin to get this original. It's looking pretty good. And definitely nice of Lou to come in as he always does. He brings it with his compositions. They're absolutely beautiful. Even though usually he doesn't have color, the line work speaks for itself. And we're going to go to Josh Spencer. He's got his cartoony style, which I do love. It's very fun.
That is great.
He's definitely done my girl quite the justice. She's very perky here and very cheeky. The other ladies are behind her, and I assume he's going to finish them. This would be a great thing that I would throw in some money. Are you gonna try to finish them or not?
I don't know at this point. We'll see what kind of time I have.
Well, he is under the gun. He has things he has to get done. But
Yeah.
I definitely would throw in a third on this if you guys wanted to.
I would be in on that.
And then we could get copyrights for that for like crossover future stuff. So we actually pay for Josh's work. And then
I'd finish off if you guys are going to do that. I'd finish the color.
Another. This is a great Skunk GIrl, very evocative. I think that Manny, another thing that you might be able to, I don't know, work a deal with old Daniel Tech Corner. And finally, Trusty. He's he didn't quite get all the line work, all the inking done, but it sure does look good. He's done a really good job on my sugar. Very nice, man. Very good.
Thanks.
Sugar.
So, everybody's seen all the different things. Let's go back to the chat real quick. And I'm going to go do the straw poll. I think everybody here should do the straw poll if they can. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. All right. So we got 14 votes currently. Let's see what we got in the chat. 14 in the chat. Okay, we got 18 likes. I say everybody who's on the panel, please vote. And anybody else who hasn't voted in the chat, which do so. Who's still in chat, please
That's cool.
get in there and cast your ballot, so we can
Dang it! I'm gonna have that sugar in my head.
who's gonna win this? Who's gonna win this? Oh, let's see. All right, we got 18 votes currently, so that bumped up 4. Nice, fantastic.
I'm watching it change in real time.
17 watching now. 20 votes. Thank you for the votes very much. Not votes, excuse me, likes for this stream. Much appreciated. It's very nice that people show up and we have this kind of fun. We goof around. I hope this has been enjoyable for those who are new to the panel and who are new to the chat. We do this we'll do it on Wednesdays recently, but I think I'm going to do it on a Tuesday so I can get one of my other friends who can't do it on a Wednesday to come, be on the panel. And I might move it around a little bit so I can garner other artists' ability to come be on it. I tried to be on Sunday for a while, and it worked, but I couldn't get some of the people I wanted to get on. So, yeah, we'll see. All right. We got 21 likes, 19 watching. Now let's go look at the 21 votes. 21 votes. I'm going to give another 2 minutes. So it'll be 23 after. And we'll see what happens. Did you guys have a good time doing this?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Oh yeah.
You're all invited back anytime you want to come in and attempt to tackle my crazy fucking alliteration. I know that it sometimes can be a titanic amount of hassle to figure out what I'm talking about, but I usually will explain it when we get going. So let me refresh this here, see what we got happening. All right, 22 votes. We got 1 more minute. 22 minutes. This is a pretty fun one. I like this. Maybe we could do that just another time with other people and figure this out. I mean, we don't always have to have my character in there. I wouldn't mind it if people wanted to do this again at the end of your campaigns and so forth. Just have another fun thing and just goof around. Maybe come with a different way of approaching it. Whatever. Something fun.
I'm impressed with Trusty's sidekick because usually Trusty takes a long time to draw. That's amazing, Trusty.
He did very well. I mean, I don't see when people are like, people say they take their time. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be bad. It just doesn't mean that they sketch like a mad, like they're on fire. I get that.
Manny's used to seeing me sketch it out and then light box it onto a piece of Bristol board and then go over it again in pencils and then finally put the inks on.
Okay, Chet. If you haven't got your votes in, you got. Let's see. How many 4 seconds?
Man, I wish I could pull off like glue. Jeez.
Yeah.
Just draw it, damn it.
Okay, coming up on the 10 seconds here. Let's see.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. 9.
Cross comics.
7. 6.
Spencer Toon.
3. 2. 1. And that's it. All right, let's do the final refresh. See what's going on, and we're gonna have. We had 25 votes. 25 votes. Fantastic. Let's go. Let's go from the bottom. Trusty sidekick, who did not do something bad. It was great. I liked it. It just didn't quite get finished. He got 1 vote. 4%.
Thanks, Mom. You can go to bed now.
And then we have a tie for the 4th place. Yeah. No, for
3rd place.
for fifth place. It's Lou and Tech Corner with 12%, both with 3 votes. Both of them got great entries as well. No skin off their nose. They're really good. Spencer Tunes coming in just off the podium with 4 votes, 16%. And then
Womp, 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 womp. I was tied with Manny.
Yeah,
sir.
we're tied. I love who won today. It's awesome.
yeah, I think if you had finished all the coloring somehow, that would have probably submitted you at least for the podium. But it is what it is.
Hey.
No, we're
And
good.
with another 4. Well, wait. Sorry, you are on the podium. My bad.
Yeah, I'm tied with Manny.
That's right. Both of you, man, you're on the podium. Both of you on the podium.
I'm sharing the bronze.
You're sharing the bronze.
Oh, we're actually
With 5 votes. No, wait. No, that's silver.
That's silver, dude.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Let's
wait,
go
where's
back.
silver?
Let's go back. I'm
So
going
there's
back.
tied gold, tied silver,
So Lou and
Lou and Tech
and
tied
Daniel,
the
and Daniel
bronze.
have gotten the bronze.
Okay.
There's three ties.
Annie and Josh have got the silver. And for the gold, we have Cross Comics and Humble Marty with 5 votes each for the gold.
Oh, wow.
Well done.
So,
Dang.
poor trusty sidekick is the only one who didn't get on the podium. I am sorry. You missed it by 2
Well,
votes.
at least he got 4th place and not like 7th place.
That's all right. Pope Fire still loves me.
You're getting paid, so that's all that matters, right? It was a great one. We had great entries tonight, and I'm glad that y'all came out to have fun here on the Cheesecake Challenge. Let's go through the lineup. Show whatever you want. We got to be brief about it because we're getting into the midnight hour. Going over to Cross Comics. Tell us what you're doing and what you have to offer to people.
Well, as I said earlier, I got my drawings Monday to Friday, but on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I have an auction for us not so big folks. Yeah, we don't have a lot of backers, people coming in bidding, but I'm willing to take anybody on. Then all I can promise is give a spot for you to try and sell your artwork.
Nice. Thanks for coming out, Rick. Appreciate it. This is the first time on the Cheesecake Challenge for you. Going over to Manny. This is not the first time for Manny on the Cheesecake Challenge. He's taken a brass ring, I think, at least once. Tell us what you're doing. Obviously, you've got Skunk GIrl out there on Indiegogo. Anything else you want to shill or say? Acknowledge.
Please go over, go look at the Unbreathable Skunk GIrl, see if you like it. If you like it, support it. Or if you can't support it, maybe you can tell a friend that might want to support it. So just get the word out. And tomorrow night on the fan edition of Drawn and Quartered, they'll be drawing Unbreathable Skunk GIrl. It's going to be a fantastic lineup, and please come and support that too tomorrow night.
Right on. Excellent. Humble Marty with the gold tonight. Very, very nice, man. That's great.
Wow.
Tell us what you want to tell us.
Well, I do have a Teespring store where I stick up some of my art. I at least have one new product up there called the Terminator Piggy. If anyone wanted to buy a coffee cup with an Titillating on it.
Yes, go check that out. I'm not sure what that is, but I fully endorse that. Okay. Anything else? No. Okay then. Lou. Beautiful art, beautiful work. Everybody go check out Lou at Lead Apprentice on Twitter. I don't know if he has an Instagram, but he probably should. He definitely has a style that is inimitable, and people tend to dig it. He loves Alita and he loves Starfire, so go check him out for that. And also, he usually does a sketch pretty much every day for the most part, and you see new art regularly from him. Anything you want to say there, Lou?
Eat your vegetables, exercise, get plenty of rest. Good night.
There you have it. Words of sagacity from Lou. And then we're going to move on to Rebel Comics, Larry Higgins of Nyobi. He obviously has something to shill. Let's hear it.
Well, it's the Nyobi #1 second print Indiegogo. It looks like we're at 11% funded. It's 223 Canadian. Of course, again, the beautiful Indiegogo exclusive cover by Mr. Josh Spencer is available right there on my screen. Some great tiers, nothing that's going to break the bank, and appreciate all your support. And just like Manny said, if you can't back something right now, if the funds are a little low, that's okay. You can help out simply by sharing the project around.
Yeah, it's very important that those of us who have been here on the stream and in the chat, do a brother a favor and go out and share Nyobi so you get some exposure. For those of you who listen subsequently, could you please do the same? It's a good project. It's lots of fun, great character, interesting story. Larry has a good pen, so there you go. Please do that and take care to put some money down and pick up a book. Let's move on to Josh Spencer of Spencer Tunes. Lay it on us, man. What are you doing?
That's me.
I love my
That's
sugar.
Spencer Tunes for
I
all of
love your
my.
sugar.
That's Spencer Tunes for all of my social media, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'm slowly starting to add content to as well. So, and go back Larry's project Nyobi, and get my cover. Yeah, boy.
I'm really, really liking Sugar. She's yes, I like her. Okay. All right then. Daniel, tell us what you're doing.
Currently, I'm still taking commissions. You can commission me at vegadesigns.squarespace.com. You can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at the Tech Corner. And you heard here today, I'll try to have prints for Skunk GIrl and Naomi at Comic-Con.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
All right, man.
So, man, I'm going to be advertising the hell out of that. Nyobi, SDCC.
Yeah.
Right.
So hopefully the cost of print is not too stupid high, but that's having fun.
Hey, dude, I trust you, brother. You do the Daniel Vega thing. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Right on, man.
Yeah, thank you.
We got Kevin, trusty sidekick. He's still putting in some ink. Tell us what you're doing besides Starfire, stuff.
Well, you can find me on Twitter at TrustySidekick3, on Instagram, TrustySidekickArt, and as part of the Digital Bullpen, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays usually on Good Dog Press and E. Ortiz channel. And sometimes I manage to make it onto At the Altar on Pope Fire's channel on Saturday night, but usually I'm too tired.
Are you
go back, Skunk GIrl. Get Skunk GIrl up to the $9,000 stretch goal.
The $9,000 stretch goal opens up the trading card from Trusty Sidekick.
Yeah.
Nice. Trusty, do you do commissions?
Yes, I do.
And so maybe out there want a commission of anything specific, he probably can accommodate you. Obviously, he did on short notice a pretty nice Sugar Lightspeed, and I think when he finishes it, I'm going to put a little coin down and get that for me. So I like what he's done. He's got great lines and good style. So yeah, that's everybody on the panel tonight.
Can I add that I'm also available for commissions as well?
Yes, as usual. I forgot to say that Josh is always available for commissions. I don't know.
Sexy commission.
I don't know. I don't know if if Lou is currently right now. I know Daniel probably is as well.
I am.
Okay.
Available for commissions too.
I am always available for commissions.
All right.
Look at all these artists that are available, eh?
There you go. They're artists available for commissions and to get you good imagery for your project or just for fun. I'm Slick Jimmy. I do have a project on Indiegogo currently right now. It's still in demand. It's a Little Girl Lethal. It's a crazy book, ultra violent, super sexy, not for kids. If you want to go check it out, you'll probably enjoy the art by Whiskey Paint out of Vladivostok, Russia. He is my partner in crime on this book, and you will definitely enjoy that sort of thing if you like things like Sin City, Akira, Blade Runner, that sort of stuff. All right. We have reached the end of the 16th episode of the Cheesecake Challenge here on Slick Jimmy Speaks. I'm glad everybody came out. The panel has been wonderful. You guys did a great job brilliant art, and I'm happy to have a good, healthy, positive chat that doesn't yell at each other and cast barbs. It's really nice to have like the people come hang out. Everybody have a great night, and take care of yourself, and then those that you love and care about, look after them. And we'll see you next week for another episode of the Cheesecake Challenge, episode number 17. Come up with a nice theme, and we'll just be goofing around again. Thanks, y'all. Have a great night. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.